It is the Monday show on Thursday, and my audio volume is a little bit low. Just a little bit. We're going to crank it up. Cranking it up. Cranking it up. Oh, 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 oh. It's a little loud, isn't it? Well, anyway, we're going to roll with it. Oh, oh, pumped into the microphone. Sorry. All right, let's try this again. I'm just looking at the VU meter on my right monitor, yo. I'd show you what's on my right monitor, but it ain't family friendly. Ah, crap, it's doing that thing again. That's not good. I wish I checked this before starting. Testing 1, 2. All right, I think we should be fine. It's not kosher though. Let me tell you, it ain't kosher, yo. I'm gonna mute the audio for you guys. There we go. We got it. We got it nice and amplified today. I think it should be fine. It might be a little low. I'll crank it up if we have to. Sometimes when I reboot my computer, it's like the preamp just doesn't want to, cooperate. It suddenly wants to be like on a different scale. But anyway, we're going to take care of some business real quick. Got a real treat for you guys today. We're going to do something real cool. Although we might have to tweak a few things, but we're going to make something cool happen today. We're going to make some magic happen, all right? So we're going to do a little video editing magic as soon as I check. Okay, 720 by 480. I don't think that's a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. Where's DaVinci? I'm waiting for DaVinci to load up. Let's try that again. DaVinci Resolve. So we're going to do a little quick video editing while we allow. Oh, I got to open up the chat. I almost forgot that part. So, we're going to let. Oh, come on. What the fudge? Actually, no, it did good. I just got to update the thumbnail. I got tight just now because sometimes if you start a stream without scheduling it and you don't see a thumbnail on the YouTube side, it's like a red flag. It's like almost like created like a phantom stream and you're sitting there like, oh man, it's the wrong stream. That means Rumble is going to be wrong, isn't it? Oh shit, I never set up a Rumble stream. Pardon my language. I mean, I guess we can neglect Rumble for a day. I mean, hell, it's their fault for making it difficult. I totally forgot about Rumble. I forgot that I'm supposed to. I don't think Social Stream Ninja would help me with that either. But it's like, I want to stream to Rumble. I don't want to be like an elitist who's all like, I don't stream to Rumble. I'm too good for Rumble. So we're going to stream to Rumble. We're going to be nice to Rumble. We're going to show some love to Rumble today. And we're going to go straight. We're going to stream it immediately. We're just going to go straight to streaming it to Rumble. And I'm going to wait. So let's go and get this working on Rumble. This is a gaming stream. Yeah, I forgot about Rumble. I literally did. I'm sorry, Rumble. So we're just going to start the stream in the middle. I'm going to have to give the greeting again so that our Rumble viewership doesn't get neglected. Oh, crap. What did I just click? There we go. I got it. Okay. So we've got to copy paste a couple of settings into our VStream. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we should be streaming the Rumble any second now. And we are hereby streaming to Rumble. Alrighty, live from New York. It is the Monday show on Thursday, and we are now streaming to YouTube, Rumble, and Twitter X, which is what Elon should have called it. But he was all like, no, let's use this mathematical symbol. I mean, remember when Elon had a contest? He was like, let's have a contest for the Twitter symbol. And I don't know if they ever picked one. I think they just went with whatever the hell they wanted to be honest. I really don't think they went with what the people proposed. So yeah, I'm still getting the YouTube chat. I don't even see the Rumble chat. Oh, here it is. Okay, good. We'll put the Rumble chat on my right monitor. And then all I got to do now is get the YouTube chat, which that should be easy. I bet you there are people already watching us on the YouTubes because our majority of our viewership are actually on YouTube. My computer crashed right before this. Oh, holy the chat is like full of people. What up, Wade? Wade just called me a boomer. Okay, millennial. Zoomer. He's a zoomer. Wade's got to be a zoomer. I think he's a zoomer. You zenial. You zillennial. Hey, what up, OG from? Oh, yeah, of course, you always want Roblox. That's all you ever want. All you ever want to do is see me play Roblox and see my tits. That's all you want to do. You want to see my tits? I'll let you see my tits. Nah, you can't see my tits. This is a family-friendly stream, even though I used the word tits 3 times. But you could see my nipple. Wait, no, it's not that cold yet. When it's winter, they'll poke out, you know, and then I can put on a little show for you guys. And then if I touch them, I'll be sensitive. Oh, yeah, it's right there. I landed on it. Oh, yeah, look, you can see it right there. See, like, it's poking out. I'm not watching your video right now. I gotta fucking do a bunch of shit, man. But you guys should watch Wade's video. Look, he's got a bunch of shit here. See? Actually, this is pretty cool. I'm kind of a little, like, secretly autistic. Actually, Game Gear Goddess sent me the autism exam. And I'm, like, 3 points below the autism. So that might be why this shit appeals to me. And a while back, Brandon Looney Tunes fan 2000 had some Simpsons DVDs. And I was like, yo, bro, if you go into the menus, they got Easter eggs. And he did a series of videos on that shit. And I was hooked. That's some good cheap red wine. 12 views. Okay, that's criminally underrated. There's 40 freaking videos here, and there's only 12 views. That is criminally underrated. Hey, where's my camera? I want to be on camera. My vanity demands it. Hey, what's up, awesome one? Game Gear Goddess. I said hi to OG Tom. I'm not playing Roblox today, but maybe I'll squeeze it in one of these days. Dude, I told you. I don't know. Well, remember a while ago? Remember the time a while ago I downloaded? I don't know if I ever showed you. I played Roblox once. I downloaded it. I installed the stupid game. No offense. I don't know my Roblox username. I haven't even reinstalled it since the pedophile scandal. But, no, seriously, it has nothing to do with that. But, that wasn't in media, right? That wasn't in news, kind of. It's probably why a bunch of guys gave my friend's niece, actually, a bunch of free tokens in the game. They're probably being like, here's some free tokens. By the way, can you take off your shirt? Yikes. It's fucking disgusting. But I'm going to guess that's what was going on there. Because she was telling about, like, oh, some guy gave me free money in the game. It was so nice for them. I like the theory behind Roblox. I really do. But I just, don't like that. When I built the car in the game and I tried to drive it off a ramp, it was no fun at all. Like, I was, like, hoping to drive off the ramp, like a fucking BMX. And it was more like trying to ride a mountain bike off of a cliff. Right, so real quick, I did some AI-generated videos. You guys want to see an Asian girl, Korean girl with a amputee situation? No, I don't think I can put that video on stream. Maybe we'll play it at the end of the stream. We'll squeeze it at the end when nobody's looking. It's pretty nasty. But I do have something cool for you guys. Okay, check this shit out. It's pretty cool. I got a local AI model running, and I made it so that I could, like, make it look like Reggie doing this. So actually what I originally wanted was this. I'll show you the picture I had originally. Oh, God. Okay. Let me just switch my camera real quick. I gotta delete a bunch of shit. This is nasty. It's not nasty, just I gotta, like, encrypt this shit out of it. Not encrypt it, but I got a picture of a fat lady, a Korean amputee. We gotta delete these. This is bad. Add to archive. Delete files after adding the archive. Bad, and we're gonna call this file badshit.7z. Okay, and let's make sure it deletes them. Good, okay. Then this one we're gonna call AI generated hentai. That stuff is not as unfamily friendly. Well, actually, okay, one of them was photorealistic. The hentai is not photorealistic. Why am I explaining this? The other one is, okay. basically I was trying to see like what the maximum horizons are to AI image generation, and one of them looks like a guy with a sword. I'm not going to describe it any more than that, but all I'm saying is that I got to put these in a zip file that deletes the original files like right now, so that if I go to show you pictures, I don't accidentally go into slideshow mode and show you the wrong pictures. You know what I mean? Can't do that. That'd be bad. That'd be bad. Real bad. The hell is this? Yeah, that is also gonna have to get. That's just getting deleted. I don't even want that. Looks like someone's getting bludgeoned to death. That's awful. Okay, good. So let's delete that one too. Oh shoot, was I supposed to delete that folder? Okay, that's all right. Okay, we should be safe now. Let me verify that we're safe. Let me make sure this is like moderately family friendly. Okay, we're safe now. Okay, good. Okay, so this is what happened. I started with this. And this is just Reggie kind of like standing in, and this is actually like the character from Galaxy Express 39 is the conductor. And if we do like let me see here, if I do conductor Galaxy Express 39 locomotive, we should be able to find a picture of him standing inside the locomotive of the 39. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. So right there. See that guy there? Look, see, like, notice, like, he's got walls that kind of, like, there's like a little angular shape to them. He's got, like, random shit on the wall. That's pretty much, like, what I was trying to go for. Now, I know it's not the best picture of the guy. Let's see here. Maybe I could do this. Galaxy Express 39 locomotive interior. There we go. That's what I was going for. See that right there? Look how cool. That's so fucking beautiful, isn't it? Oh, I love it. Beautiful. I should just have downloaded this picture and called it a day. So I got the shape a little bit wrong, but this is basically what's going on here. You got some like alien technology from across the universe being employed to make this train work, and it's a fancy AI type situation. So I, got this. I generated this. I kind of just thought it go for hexagonal shape, but Reggie's a midget. So like, okay, this ain't right. So then I say make him standing tall, and he looks a little bit off now. His face looks crooked, and his belt is too tight. So I'm like, okay, let's see if we can loosen it up a little bit. Looks a little bit better, still looks a little bit off, right? So then I go, okay, let's just crop it. So my idea was that we just get the same environment, but we make it so that it would be a close-up of this guy, like, right, like when my mouse is encircling him, and you'd see some of the panels behind him. And what do I get? I get this. It's like, the fuck? It literally took the fucking locomotive around him, the interior, and shrunk it around him, or shrunk it in front of him. So I'm like, hold on. This gave me an idea. Gave me a great idea. Let's see. Conduit Star Trek TNG. Hopefully we get a real picture of a repair conduit. So on Star Trek in varying incarnations, they have these little like things called like repair conduits. Although that's not a good example. That's a moderately good example, but that's Deep Space Nine kind of, so it's not very useful either. Let's see if we can find a better one. Okay, that's fucking not real Star. Oh, wait, that is real Star Trek. That's Cisco. He's cool. Oh, and it's Captain Picard Day. Look, it says Captain Picard Day. But yeah, we don't really have any good pictures of the conduits, do we? Maybe we type Geordie. Oh, here we go, Geordie. That's an ODN line. It's an optical data network line. So maybe we could do this. TNG Star Trek crawl space. There we go. Perfect. See that, guys? Look, see, you got these crawl spaces. Look, Picard's playing the flute with his girlfriend. They figured out that if they like crawl into some random crawl space, they kind of have dates. Here's another one. Look, see, you got Ensign Valerin, and they're looking through the conduit there. Here's another one. So basically, perfect. This is exactly what I had in mind. This is literally the picture I had in mind. When I thought about repair conduit and Star Trek, I pictured literally this. Okay, this stuck in my memory since I was a kid. Geordie and Data just kind of crawling through there, doing their thing. That is exactly what I had in mind. So anyway, I decided, well, what if we could have this guy climb into that? And that is when I had the brainchild, or something like that, to do this. And I didn't even see the chat, so I don't even know what your reactions are to this yet. Oh, and I didn't. Is the chat even being shown on screen right now? We got to put the chat on screen. Okay, good. We got chat on screen here. Do I have the chat on screen over here? I mean, we don't really need it everywhere, but I'd like to make sure we try to have it on screen. Okay, we got it behind Reggie's head. It's literally behind Reggie's head. We'll put it in front of Reggie for now. When Reggie talks on stream, now we'll slide it to the left. We're going to do that. There we go. Now it's not a problem, is it? And I don't know what a Rumble chat is, but I guess we don't need it there right now. But if I miss anybody in Rumble, I apologize. I'll try to pay attention to Rumble. And anyway, what's Descartes' favorite sandwich? Descartes? Picard. That's why I always call him. That's why I always call Alucard Picard. That's why I always say Jean-Luc Alucard, because I'm imitating the French-British guy. I'm like, I'm Captain Jean-Luc Alucard. Hey, what's up, RS218? Good to see you, man. And RS is streaming live right now. If anybody doesn't like my stuff, you guys should just go to RS, honestly. And I mean that because, like, you know, maybe you enjoy his stuff more than mine, you know? Like the Roblox guy. Go to RS's channel. Just don't terrorize him about playing Roblox because he's playing Final Fantasy VIII tonight. That's RS's channel right there. If you're going to terrorize RS to play Roblox, you might as well just stay here. Okay, I'm just trolling. I'm pulling your leg. But damn, oh, look at our statistics right there. You guys are statisticizing. Oh, yes. Okay, so Reggie climbing to the conduit. Now check this shit out. I did like 10 videos like this. Oh, God, look, it looks evil. He looks evil. It's bad. It looks like he's going to kill you. It's like, oh, no. So I had to update. I did one last night. I did a couple last night. It looked really good. It's just that these are higher resolution. They took a little longer to process. But apparently I accidentally queued up 5 extras and they started, like, looking better anyway because I put in a couple of tweaks because I told the negative prompt, don't give him pupils, because apparently when it has pupils to his eyes, he looks like a homicidal maniac. But, like, even though it's like it was an accident, I'm like, okay, this one here, unfortunately, I got to redo because originally this was a 10-second video. So this one here, unfortunately, looks like it ends, like, early, but what I did was I took a screenshot of the last frame and I said, okay, now have him pull out a skateboard. Now, this one's weird. He's, like, humping the skateboard, so that's a little weird. Let's see. We're going to go backwards now. So, really, when I go to bed tonight, I got to tell it to process a number of 10-second videos and maybe open the window a little bit so that it doesn't get hot in here. This one, he looks angry. He's like, you know. I didn't have time to do a voice prompt. Or a voice or whatever. This one looks happy, but he looks a little too happy. Let's see. These are all different videos, by the way. Here's another one. This one looks like, okay, he's like pulling himself along. But unfortunately, the 10-second one looks better. Takes a little longer to process, but it looks better. And that one was cool. That one looks like he's getting up. So I think we're going to take that video and the other one and really quickly whip them up. So far, in DaVinci Resolve, we got Reggie climbing into the conduit. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to put it right into the timeline like that. I'm going to see what we get. Let's see. Okay, that was pretty seamless. And then, in theory, I could take the last frame here and start a new AI video where he's like, maybe, I don't know, going up a ladder. I have no idea yet. So my plan was to make an intro to the show where he does this and then it plays some music like, you know, maybe some electronic music, you know, some shit like that. And I got access to a pretty good library of music through Power Director. So let's save this, wrap it up, and get some final fantasy going. Because that's what we're here to do today. So we're going to open up Retro Arch. Now, I didn't answer the question. I'm so sorry. A double Deckard. Ha! That's funny. That's awfully funny. Both awful and funny, but funny. I don't know. It looks more like an evil to me without them kind of like Sigma from MMX. Ooh. Really? You think it looks more evil without the pupils? I thought the pupils just added evil personality. Like come on. Like, what does this, like, if I had no pupils, I would look blind. But if I did this, One, my eye would be doing this, so that would look fine. I mean, look, does he look evil here? I mean, he looks harmless. He's my buddy. DJ, stop rubbing me like that. I'm here to frame the narrative like Orc. All right, let me get started here. Where the hell is RetroArch? I guess it didn't open. I don't know why it didn't open. Let's just click on it. Guess I was being too fancy with the keyboard, huh? Oh crap! It closed. That's not good. That's not good at all. Shit. Fudge. Okay, let's hands off the keyboard. Oh god, I got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. We got a huge fucking problem. Not well, maybe I shouldn't curse like that. But we got a minor problem here. I don't know. Okay, so my computer crashed like right before the stream, but that was kind of because I was doing things, and I do have a backup of RetroArch, but this RetroArch has like all the settings in it. Like it's good. It was perfect. I hooked it up. But every time it tries, oh wait, that's a good sign? Motherfucker, that's not good. Why is it doing that? Is there a log? And you guys, let me guess, you're going to be like, oh, just use this other emulator. I refuse to. Well, I don't refuse to. I might have to. But can we do like a repair install RetroArch real quick? That'd be nice. Let's see here. Repair. In fact, wait, we're going to go to appwiz.cpo.cpo. We're going to go, oh God, there's like nasty. I got to close that picture window real quick. Whew, that was close. If you guys saw some of the wild shit I was generating, so I took like these dancers, these Korean dancer girls, and I tried to put two of them in the same video, and I told the software to like make them like do each other, and instead, actually, I could show you that video because they didn't end up having sex. You gotta love this. I tried to get two Korean dancer girls like get it on, and instead of getting it on, they just had like a tug of war. It was really weird. See, like, they're not having sex at all. Oh. See? Look, they're not doing anything bad. Not doing anything bad. Let's put this on my left monitor so you can see my reaction to that. They're not doing anything bad. So I literally typed in the prompt. Have the first girl grab the other girl by the hips and pull up her skirt. And instead, they just kind of like do this. And you guys see, like, this. Apparently, I guess the settings were really low or something. But Flag Forget a model gets very confused when you have the two different colors going down the middle. So if I was to change the color of the background, it might get it right. But then I wouldn't be able to show you guys. Alrighty, now that you guys probably think less of me, let's get back to work here. But yeah, I really did. Okay, so RetroArch is not here because I never installed RetroArch. I simply downloaded it. So let's take a look here. Oh yeah, I gotta Google it. Like, I think oh wait, I know what we could do. We could delete the config file, but that would suck. You need to use LoRa to make porn videos plausible. Oh no, I can show you something I did that was good. Well, you guys want to see a Korean amputee? Like, I don't want to do this. Awesome One is a good Christian. I'm not going to do it because Awesome One's a good Christian. I'm going to use Awesome One as a scapegoat here. But no, I'm also not doing it because I want to keep this semi-family friendly. But I got this girl. It's a Korean girl on a couch. And she pulls up a skirt and she takes like a vibrating. But you can't hear the sound. But one of her legs is embedded in the couch cushion. It almost looks like an amputee. It's like either there's a hole in the couch. Once, twice, 3 times the lady. I used LoRa on Tensor.art to make those cute AI. Yeah, I did some wild shit. If you saw the shit I generated, I was gonna send those to you, Game Gear Goddess, but I didn't want you to think I was like trying to hit on you or something like that. Because like these things were wild. Some of the shit I generated, yo, are wild. I got some like one of my best friends. He showed me some of the shit you generated. And I was gonna show him, but I decided to wait till I visit them to show it because I didn't want to show them anything I generated by electronic transfer in case like I don't know, a goddess put on a blacklist or something. Because like some of the shit was wild, man. Whew! Like that shit was wild. Like some of them are funny though. Some of them are funny. Like so, when you try to generate AI generated porn, sometimes you'll get like girls with like 3 legs. It's just funny, man. It's just like really funny. Or you have like a lady with like you have like conjoined twins, basically. Like, it'll generate conjoined twin women, and then you can usually just type in the negative prompt, don't conjoin their bodies or something like that, and it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. You're going to be like, I'll send them only if you said I could send them. But don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. At least that's all I need is like permission, so that you can't say I didn't warn you. Stop dismembering them, Ron, DJ. Oh, wait, stop dismembered DJ. Dexter much? Yo, but what the fuck do I do about RetroArch right now? I'm tight. I'm so tight. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out right now. So I think we could do this. I have 2 copies of RetroArch here. I got a RetroArch backup. So this one's probably gonna work, but that doesn't really get me anywhere because this RetroArch is a separate copy of RetroArch that I simply kept from my previous Windows install. That one works, but it's not the right one. So can we trick the other RetroArch into working without resetting my settings? RetroArch closes upon opening. RetroArch closing on opening is... Okay, we have a robot read that out loud. We're going to read the Google AI answer for this. Oh, that's gay. Pardon my language. For anyone in the gay community, it's okay to be gay. But that's pretty gay. Read out loud. That's lame. It doesn't want to read it out loud for me. I have to read this shit out loud. That sucks. I don't want to read this out loud. I mean, what am I paying Google for? Hey, shut up, Google. I wasn't talking to you, stupid machine. Yo, the fucking robot just said, excellent question. I wasn't talking to the speaker on my wall. Let me try that again. What am I paying Google for? Okay, good. I thought it was keyed into that keyword. I was like, is that fucking speaker on the wall keyed into the words, what am I paying Google for? Because that would just be fucking weird. Oh, yeah. It could be due to a corrupt file. I got it. And yes, I know I could delete or rename the RetroArch config file. So let's do that. But I don't want to do that. So we're going to just rename it. Because if I rename it, I can always take it back, right? So now when I open up RetroArch, it's going to create a new config file. Yeah, I'm going off camera for a second so I can pick my nose. Actually, I'm not picking my nose. I'm just wiping tears from my nose. Oh, wait, you wouldn't wipe tears from your nose. You wipe tears from your eyes. But you see, now my purple color scheme is gone. Like, how could the config file be corrupted? How could that even be? All right, we're going to figure this out. Well, we're not going to figure this out. We're going to try to pretend to figure this out for like a minute. Then we're going to give up and get to work, all right? Okay, so this is my new config file. This is my old config file. Whew. Oh, I dropped my tissue. All right. So let's see if we can figure this out here. I think there's actually a side-by-side view if I do this correctly. Let me see here. Damn it, my mouse is getting all moving on its own type shit. All right, so how do we do... Uh-oh. I swear, I gotta like put my dongle on an extension or something like that. Okay, there we go. We got side-by-side view. They look the same. How are these any different from each other? Everything is the same so far. 48 kilohertz. This one has the correct sound card. Oh, wait. That might be a sign. In fact, I'd prefer it to have the same sound card. Frankly, I'm about to just copy and paste configuration directives from the right to the left. That's right, Yawn Master. So let's start. Let's update the config file real quick. So audio device. Whoa. And then we're using Wasapi. Actually, Windows Audio Sound API. Audio enable, true. Audio enable in menu. False. I'm not reading the whole thing. Don't worry. Filters audio. I don't use audio filters. Audio rate control true. Oh, you know what we need to enable? G-Sync. That's... Is there like a feature that compares these two files to each other automatically? Or do I have to like do like a whole GitHub project for that shit? I feel like there's a way to compare these to each other. Hey Google, how do I compare two files in Sublime Text? It's not going to tell me. Sorry, I didn't understand that. Hey Google, how do I compare two files in the Sublime Text Editor? It's telling me. That sounds complicated. Yeah, there's no peanut butter on my mouse. It's the reception. Let me think here. All right, you know what? We're not going to do that. So there's nothing about NVIDIA G-Sync. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's just save this settings and call it a day. How about that? Yeah? I did save it. Did I not click save? I pressed Control S. Oh shit, I opened it twice. Oops. But I already missed my purple theme. You know, I liked having a purple theme. It was nice. It was pleasant. And plus, colors the purple royalty. And I am a princess. Well, let's just see what happens. How about that, guys, huh? Well, no, does my gamepad work? Oh, my gamepad works out of the starting gate. Hey, Game Goddess. Luckily, my computer's not designed to read the chat out loud or someone. So Google is not going to hear you say, hey, Google, play Sublime. Unfortunately, Google didn't hear me say it out loud just now either, even though I purposely said it out loud so it would hear it. Hey, that's weird. You know why I can't find my directories? Because all my default... Oh, I can fix that. I can fix that. There we go. So, here's the really important... Maybe the cache directory is the problem. Maybe the cache is corrupted. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe if I delete the cache directory, we're good. Because look, it says F:/RetroArch downloads. That's correct. There's no other folder there. This right here. Why is it storing things in a cache directory? Well, I got a lot of things in my temp directory. I don't even know what's in here. Let's delete everything in here. How about that? Oh, we should have checked how big it was before deleting it. Like a gig. Also talk to Lexi. Aw. Lexi, so, thank you for reminding me. I got a video of Lexi. Not like that. But I do have a cute video. Why did it move the folder to my left monitor? I love when the mouse loses reception, it does that. But I do have a cute video. I did a couple of cute videos, but I did this one. What I want to do is make an opening to my show where it shows all of my streaming friends. So I picked a small selection of just a small handful of them, not all of them. And we got Freddy, Gator, Punk Waddle. See, like Punk Waddle's got his flippers around him. We got Elle and Lex's, and I figure if I just put a shit ton of friends in there, I can make like a short scene in the opening and maybe put Oris's VTuber somewhere in there too, right? I'd even put Logan in there. And this is how cute it came out. Look how cute this is. Gator is moving his mouth all funny. That's not how Gator talks. And Gator has like red lips. It's kind of bizarre. And Punk Waddle's hands are like nightmare fuel. Look at his hands. Watch this when he moves his flippers to the middle. He suddenly has hands that are like frightening. It's like some Freddy Krueger type shit, yo. But it's still cool. It's still cool. And the Punk Waddle puppet articulates a hell of a lot more than the real Punk Waddle, which is okay because real Punk Waddle is awesome. Both the human and the puppet. I met both of them. They're great. And Freddy's mouth looks weird here. Look at Freddy's mouth. It doesn't open like it does. In real life, Freddy opens up like Gator's mouth. Like it opens up like completely. Like, but this one here, it's like it looks like a dog or something like that. But he's really a Yeti. But Lex's, I mean, she's an anime character, so it's very easy for the model to figure out how to animate Lex's and Elle. Like, Elle, she has an animated VTuber that moves and shit. But like, it guesses how she should move because it's basically the same as an anime character. Elle is basically an anime character. But Lex's never moves. And that model also seems to understand how Lex's is supposed to move. So that's pretty cool. And this is the original version of the same video. You can see, look, she's moving the microphone. She didn't pick it up. She just kind of knocked it over. Oh, look, she's talking to Elle very intently. Look at it again. Look how cute that is. She knocks over the microphone and she's like, and there's one weird thing. For some reason, look at the background. The background is moving. I don't know what the hell the AI model thinks it's trying to do. But maybe it thinks it's supposed to be clouds or something like that. And then this one's just like them being like, yay! Bonsai! It looks like a bonsai charge. I did like 5 of those too. I did like a shit ton of Reggie. I did a few of these. And this is a weird part. Look at what it says on air. It faded out. But in one of the pictures, it doesn't fade out. Somewhere in one of these pictures, this changes. Look, G-Nod. That was G-Nod. Why did the AI model decide to make it say G-Nod? And then this is the low frame rate. Because first I did them at 16 frames a second. Then I experimented at like 24 frames a second. I just had fun with this shit, you know. I just had a lot of fun with it. That's all I'm saying. And these are like the early versions of Reggie, low quality. It's like the first time I got Reggie to climb into a conduit. Here's the first ever. This is a 10-second clip, I think. Yeah, it's a 12-second. Like this is the 10-second Reggie. So this is low resolution. But I want to do more of the long ones tonight, I think, when I go to bed. But he looks like an angry steam engine. He's all like, he looks like he's breathing heavily. He's like climbs in. He's got that gritty look on his face, and he's like, at least that's the sound I think he makes. And this is what I originally got. I put him inside in the interior of a steam locomotive. Instead, I don't even know what's going on here, to be honest. Like, I don't know what the AI model thought it was doing here. It looks cool. It says Masa or some shit like that. I don't know what it says, but I'm going to guess that it thinks I want him to be between 2 trains, because that's what I see here. It looks like he's on a subway platform, and there's a train on either side, to be honest. And I love how he's pointing his fingers. That's cool. He's like, let me tell you here, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for it. All right, I'm done. Okay, one more. Okay, that one is corrupted, so we can delete that. You guys want to see the Korean amputee? My mic is not wireless. Whose mic is wireless? Does my mic look wireless? Well, anyway, Oris, enjoy your stream. I'll try to wrap up soon because it's late and shit. But thanks for dropping by. You need the Hal to say, Dave. I am sorry, David, but I cannot do that. That was fun. I love that movie. Well, it's alright. I like 2010 more. 2010 is better. The story makes more sense. So here, let's watch more Korean dances. So apparently if I merge the colors together, I can get them to screw. I mean, don't tell the girls who did this that I did that to them. I'm not supposed to do this. I didn't ask their permission at all. Excuse me, and they have a lot of skill. I respect them. They got great skill. They are really good dancers. Oh God, this is the one. Okay, so so then I thought maybe the AI model was taking. God, I can't. I'm gonna recriminate myself bad if I explain this. Oh God. Okay, so what happened was I thought that if I added, I was supposed to click continue. I thought if I added moaning sounds to the audio track, it would like maybe magically make them do each other. It didn't. It didn't work. It didn't work. They just continued to dance. All right, we're gonna show you guys a Korean amputee. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Check it. I cannot laugh. I'm sorry. I can't not laugh at that. It's like so absurd. You guys want to see it again? It's so absurd. It's so absurd. It's like you just got like a leg in the couch, you know? Oh my God. Oh man, it's bad. I might have a heart attack if I play that one again. Oh man, holy shit. You're right. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I can't say it right now. I don't know why I can't impersonate the oh no. No. Also, real Wayne Nation's like I said, you guys want me to play that again? He's like, no. All right, I'll respect your choices, and frankly, it's probably better that way. I'll have a heart attack if I laugh at that again. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh. I'm supposed to play a video game. All right, let's figure this out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if I have ADD, but what is going on here? Is it deleting stuff? Why is it deleting a folder called i386? Aren't we up to like the i9086 by now? Yo, Slim you know what an i386 is. One of the most ridiculous old things I remember saying was the Japanese lady in the swimsuit covering herself in a tube of toothpaste. It's so weird. A tube of toothpaste. Yeah, I agree. Slim Nim's like yelling now. He's like, toothpaste, why? Yeah, seriously, why? Yeah, I mean, that's not good for the skin. Like, people put toothpaste on their pimples. Like, you know when you have a big zit? Supposedly you can put toothpaste on it. Don't do it, by the way. It sucks. My friend's mom was like, oh, yeah, you can put toothpaste on that. I tried that once. It just made the fucking zit, like, fucking dark. And, like, it made it last longer. It did nothing good for the zit at all. Let's see if we can figure out how to get, Sublime to compare these two files together. So it's supposed to go to the open file dialog and go into the same folder as RetroArch. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to go to the RetroArch folder. And this program going to open up any two files. So we got to look for RetroArch config and RetroArch config November. So we're going to open up these two like this. Right, that doesn't really compare them, does it? That's not comparing them at all. That was useless. All right, let's Google it real quick. We're going to make this a real quick Google. Compare. Hey, what's up, DJ Play Nice? Two files in Sublime text. Damn it. I mistyped the word text. Okay. Install package control. Control Shift P. My mouse pointer froze again. All right, there we go. Package control successfully installed. Use command palette and type install package. Install. Oh, there's actually a. Look at this. Install package. Compare. No, there's no package called compare. Okay. Install package side by side. I already installed that. File, open a folder, select directory, the two files. Select the 2 files in the sidebar. Click on the first file, hold Control. I did that. Initiate comparison. Right-click on the selected files and choose Diff Files. All right, let's try it out. Oh, here we are. Okay, we got something here. Let's figure this out. Okay. The 2 file names are obviously different. And did I say hi, Slim? Well, I just read your chat, so I guess I said hi to you. It's good to see you, DJ Play Nice. DJ Play Nice says that we rock. And the funniest thing I've ever seen lately for zits is all these little star-shaped zit dot things. So it makes it even more noticeable. What the fuck? Yeah, that sounds weird. You ever like when you get mosquito bites, some people draw a cross on them, or you draw a straight line. Take a fingernail and you dig into the mosquito bite to make a straight line. And the reason is it spreads the histamine around so that it kind of like lets the body kind of like, I don't know, deal with it faster somehow. So I told my Russian coworker about this. In the middle of telling him about it, he tells me, "Oh, that's dumb." But it's not for the reason that I was doing it. It was dumb because in the old country, he lived in Kazakhstan, which was a Soviet country at the time. People would like take their fingernail to make a cross on top of mosquito bites, and the logic was, it would like Jesus would make the mosquito bite go away. So it's like, okay, by that logic, yeah, that sounds like, not very, guaranteeable to say the least. But actually, for spreading the histamine around, it might have worked. Like watching a 30-year-old lady walking into the store with some of those things is just hilarious. Yeah, that is. Like you're 17 with random star stickers. Okay, that makes sense actually. So here's the thing: you're drawing attention to the zit, but you're not. You got a star sticker on your head now, and that's just being a goth or something. Because I knew a girl in high school. She had like a star painted on her face. It looked like a tattoo, but she painted it on. She was really cool too. This girl was super sweet. Like she wasn't like some bitchy goth. She was just a good person actually. She was real nice. And I remember her dad was excited one day because he was working at IBM, and she's telling me how like her dad at IBM was like excited. He's like, "Oh, they're gonna do Linux on the mainframe," and I was like, that was pretty cool. And he was like geeking out over it. Like it was like he was just geeking out over it. It was insane. Okay, I got it. So all we got to do is shit. Okay. So we got to update these here the hard way. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I just want to like try to get like some commonality between the two. Oh crap, what did I just do? Okay, never mind. I did it right. Here we are. Oh shoot, I didn't know we could do that. Custom viewport 00 or 768 1024 by 768. So I'll have to look into that later. Honestly, I like my old config file more. Input auto detect. False, true. So all I care about is I want like some of the most basic settings to be the same. You know what I mean? Like I noticed there's got to be an automated. I can't sit here and do the whole freaking I can't do the whole freaking config file. I'm not gonna do the whole config file. We're just gonna have to roll with it as is. I mean, I did the sound. I was hoping to find the NVIDIA settings because I know that was like a big deal. Believe it or not. We're gonna have to leave this alone. I have to figure this out on my own later. Let's just run this stupid thing. All right. I just used default settings. Well, I used the default settings until I changed them to make them superior. But jokes aside, what I mean is I like to customize it to my liking. But also, it was absolutely necessary for Top Gun to enable G-Sync support. That is a very specific to NVIDIA GPUs. It's a very well-documented feature, and apparently it made a huge difference in doing aerial refueling. You saw how many times I did that shit. King's Quest 1 on your i386. So yeah, I gotta tell you why they often have i386 like written in a lot of operating systems. Like on Linux, when you install Linux, and even Windows 2000, there's like an i386 folder. I think maybe even on this version. But basically on Linux, what they're really referring to is i386 compatibility. So remember, the i386 was a pretty advanced processor at the time, right? A pretty advanced CPU. But the point of it was to allow you to run everything that you could run on a 286, but to have a bunch of cool modern instruction sets that would let you really do more powerful shit on newer things. And so every CPU that came out after the i386, even if it didn't retain full compatibility with the 286, was essentially guaranteed to retain compatibility with the i386 architecture. And so it just meant that anything that ran on i386 would definitely run on anything newer, and it would run that much better. Because I think i386 was like the first 32-bit architecture CPU. Before 386, it was all, if you're lucky, 16-bit or 8-bit. So the 286 was 16-bit. All right, so we downloaded Final Fantasy VI. Believe it or not, it was not already in my ROM collection. So I downloaded it right here. Don't know if it's going to work. Might have to fix the audio. We're going to load it, and we're going to figure out what settings I need to fix gently. I also picked the awesome shader because this is ugly as sin. We're not playing this shit like this. Okay, this is America. And us Americans are bougie. So we're going to take this Square Enix. They misspelled the word Phoenix. They forgot the PH-O. I don't know what is an Enix? Is that an animal too? I know a phoenix is a bird that's on fire, but doesn't get burns because it's mystical. So, mystical, both, I guess. But an Enix, what is an Enix? Is that like an Onyx from Pokemon? All right, so what was I checking? Oh yeah, audio output. All right, good. It's got the right sound card. And actually, I do have a custom input for RetroArch in my OBS, and I disabled audio output on that today, so I got to re-enable it right now. Oh, I didn't disable it, but I did disable Reggie. Let's put on Reggie's voice again. There we go. Reggie's not even talking right now. He's off, but Enix was at Square's rival company. Hostile takeover. I couldn't help but notice that RetroArch is configured for 48 kilohertz. This leaves me a little concerned right now because I'm pretty sure my sound is not 48. Oh, it is. Okay, good. Look at this. My shit's set to 16-bit. I want to bring it up to 32-bit, but I'm going to do that after the stream. I'm not touching this right now. I changed my audio settings unnecessarily because of Top Gun. Like, I went through all of these settings because of Top Gun. I changed all this crap over here only to find out it wasn't necessary. Like, I think these settings are fine now, but I went crazy with those settings because of Top Gun. Like, I really did. Like, here we are. Somewhere in here is going to be an NVIDIA setting here, I think. I really need to check it. Sync to frame. Oh, here it is. This is the setting right here, guys. This is the setting that was absolutely necessary to play. That chat is way too big. I love you guys, chat, but that chat window is way too big. I might have to shrink that a little bit. We're going to shrink it to maybe that. Hopefully that'll be fine. It's, as they say in Asia, tubuku, tubuku, tubuku. Okay, that's terrible. It's a movie reference for anybody who's not aware. But yes, we're going to turn on G-Sync real quick. Wait, did I turn it on yet? Yeah, so that made all the difference. I'm not even kidding. Humongous difference. All right, let's go to Final Fantasy VI now. Gaba ROMs. Final Fantasy VI. Really, probably a very good move on Square Enix's part. Yeah, Square Enix is firing most of the... Oh, actually, I heard that... was it Square Enix? Yeah, Square Enix fired the California people. Because they probably won, that whole election situation in Japan. And two... Who needs a bunch of fucking wokelings ruining anime? Now, jokes aside, though, I don't think it was the wokelings, but what happened was there was a bunch of issues, right? Like, remember, Visa and MasterCard went after whatchamacallit, Steam? Steam is not a publicly traded company, you know, and it's probably the best game app store. And companies like EA Origin, they got, and EA and whoever, they got pissed because like, they didn't like that the statistics were so favorable for Steam. They're like, oh, we want Steam to stop showing the statistics for how many people use our games on their platform. And it's like, look, we're sorry that your platform sucks and that Steam is better and that people like having choices. But, learn to compete. Okay, so real quick, I want to show you guys what I did with this shader here. So I use the NEEDI3 filter, which I usually use for deinterlacing and video upscaling, non-AI upscaling. So here's how ugly this looks without the, oh crap, it froze. I gotta wait for it. Good, I'll read the chat. That's not that bad, is it? And, oh wait, did it turn back on? Oops, I gotta turn it off again. That's why it's not that bad, because I turned it on. Really? Probably very good. Oh, you said that. I always felt the merger was weird, but they did some very good games. But then everybody says Slim. But everyone, they did some that were not so great. But then like everyone, okay, I see. But like everyone, they did some that were not so great. I gotcha. Oh my God, I was certified working on all kinds of monitors, cathode ray tubes, and projection screens, and I refused. They couldn't pay me enough for the risk of loss of life and limb. Literally, yeah. Dude, I remember, Slim Nim, you taught me about nylon screwdrivers with like fucking 24-inch heads. Like screwdrivers that were like literally like, you take the screwdriver handle and it's like the nylon, instead of a metal stem, it's like nylon. So that you can like go take a TV while it's on and like turn the 3, cone adjustments. Well, you wouldn't do this. You would totally keep your hand off the end. So you'd have the pointy bit doing this and be like, but if you hit the wrong thing, you don't get electrocuted, right? And you don't melt anything. Well, maybe you melt the nylon, but so, you got that ugly checkerboard pattern. It's not that bad, actually. But when we turn on the shader, let's see what we get. It's not that much better, is it? We also have this one here. Let's see what else we got. That doesn't look really good at all. Let's see what it looks like when it's off. Pixelated. Look, see that pixelated mess? Let's turn it on again. It's a little bit smoother, but I want to find a perfect shader before I proceed. So I'm going to guess it's going to be an LCD shader. So we're going to look for the word LCD. I think there is a word LCD shader here. Isn't there? I thought there was. Maybe it's portable, mobile, maybe it's mobile. Include handheld. Here we are. And I believe it's going to be one of these shits here. So I'm thinking maybe like Retro V3 or LCD 3X, if I had to guess. That's actually, I'm going to stick with this one. I'm not crazy about it, but it looks authentic. It looks authentic, so let's do it. Now, the question is, does this get bigger? It does get bigger. All right, we're going to make it as big as reasonably possible. Do we guys... Oh, crap. Do we want to get Reggie off the screen? GBA had some point... Yes, it did. That's why it's not as big of a deal if you, like... That's why it's not a big deal if you, like, use something else. Like, this is definitely, like, not very flattering. This at least kind of gives you an idea, but now you got the screen door effect. What I notice is most of the shaders that I use here don't really... Oh, wait, okay, these are not the dedicated shaders. These are actually CRT shaders. So CRT shaders are a lot more intensive on resources because they're doing all kinds of fancy stuff. Because the only thing that the CRT shaders don't seem to do is make Duck Hunt work. I feel like it should be possible, but it's not. But I feel like there's got to be a way. Like, if you really emulate the shit out of the behavior, if you really emulate the behavior of a CRT, it got to be possible to make it freaking work. You know what I mean, guys? Like, but apparently nobody figured it out yet. Like you can get a patched ROM, but that's no fun. I don't want to. I don't want. Oh wait, no, I don't want to play with patched ROM. No, everyone in the room understood really fast, but we were messing with what we were messing with. Yeah. Right. So I just loaded a really fancy shader. I don't know if I crashed it. Might have crashed it. We're gonna give it a chance. Let's see how hard the GPU works when we do this. So the GPU, oh, it just snapped out of it. Never mind. But my GPU is actually using up like actual video RAM now. I'm using up like not that much actually. I mean, when I do AI stuff, I like to have the CUDA cores listed here. All right, so let's get back to here. All right, so how does this look? It actually don't look that bad. It's just wrong. Should we stick with it? It does look beautiful. Let's try one more. Right, we'll settle on one more. I promise not to. I'm not gonna spurg out on this. I promise. Right, I gotta get to the game. I know. I'm sorry, Game Gear Goddess. Game Gear Goddess got me put me onto this game, and we're gonna play it for real. All right. So let's see what else we got. DS hybrid scale effects. Let's try that out. Oh shit. Oops. Oh yeah. So the DS shaders split everything up. So that's not very helpful for what we need. Game Boy Color dot matrix. Let's try that out. I don't think it's gonna be any good. Oh, that's disgusting. I think we should just pick one of the fancier ones. Accessibility, colorimetry, half res, image adjustment, relief, retro palettes, tone mapping. What is tone mapping? That's pretty ugly too. I know I said we're gonna pick one more, but I lied. We're not going to spurg out on these too much, though, I promise. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to spurg out on these just a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, Game Boy Color device, Game Boy LCD. Let's try it. What does this look like? The advanced version has nice cinematics, but I don't think the advanced versions look as good as the PlayStation anthologies. Yeah, and Elle did tell me about it before. It did cross my mind to try it. You know, honestly, I don't think any of these are really that good. Oh, AGB. Maybe AGB means Advanced Game Boy. Okay, that one's ugly. Okay, let's see if we can like just pick something good. Motion interpolation, motion blur, NTSC, pixel art scaling. Let's try pixel art scaling. Grid blend hybrid. Okay, here we are. Anti-aliasing. That's a good sign. Let's try this one here. Sharp bilinear. Sharp bilinear shimmerless. Let's try bilinear and see what happens. Soft pixel art uniform nearest. That might be a good one. That one does not look like any bit of a 1 bit improved at all. At all. Ooh, long source. Ooh, spline 36. Let's see what spline 36 looks like. So that's a little blurry, but it is decent. But it's not enough for me to be crazy about. What about deep blur? What does deep blur do? Deep blur Luma. Let's try experimental. Nah, none of these any good. Not for this. Cell shading? Oh, actually, these could be interesting. These actually are interesting. Let's just check these out. Okay, that was ugly. I did find a few that make it look like a crayon picture. Those ones were interesting. Edge smoothing. Let's try. Oh, here we are. NNEDI3, Scale FX, Scale NX. So I think we should take our chances with either Clean Edge or Scale NX. Let's try Clean Edge. That's ugly as fuck. It's not ugly. And you know what? This is what happens. Like, so because I'm using a new config file, I have to go back to the folder every freaking time. Ew. Like, I don't remember what folder I was in. Like, so normally when I do this, it remembers the last folder I was in. I think we just do this one. We're just going to do this one, guys. This one I've tested. That's why it's in my main page. So I actually customized. This is actually me combining 2 different presets together to make one good preset. So we're probably going to do better with this one here. And then the chat is kind of big. I think we're going to do this. We're going to take the window and we're going to resize it so that we make a compromise. So we're going to make a compromise. We're going to make it like game console portable sized. So maybe we'll do something like that. How does that sound? Should I hide the chat a little bit? Should I resize the chat? I like having the chat here for posterity. So that, like, if someone says something nice to me, I can reread it later on, even if the stream gets deleted. I could be like, people love me. But no, jokes aside, we're going to do it like that. That should be fine, right? Let me know if you want me to make it bigger. Let's get going here. Just play the fucking game, Ronnie. Well, he didn't say that. I'm not playing any game. We're playing Final Fantasy. Ah, shit, my controllers are different. Alright, whatever. I'm not touching the control settings. We're just going to roll it. The ancient war between the Magi. Hallowed be the Agi. When its flames at last receded, only the charted... Damn it! I read that too slow because I was making a joke. In the 1,000 years... Oh, shit, I'm fast forwarding. See? See what happens here? That's why I like am pissed that my retro art settings are gone. Biggs. Ah, yes. Our witch. Like, that's literally because my gamepad has a cable on it that bumped into the spacebar. See, that's one of the settings in my custom config file. That's why I don't use the default settings. That's why I don't use the default settings. I can't put my controller down on the desk without this fucking wire bumping into the spacebar. I'm smiling. The girl won't do something. Damn it, I missed it. I'm sorry, guys. Wedge. Well, we'll approach to the east. Move out! I love it. It's got mechs in it. So what is a Star Wars reference? Oh, Wedge Antilles. Yes, you are right. That is Captain Antilles. Yep, the Wedge. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. And I'm pleased to hear that you get it too, Game Gear Goddess. I did not know you got Star Wars references. I mean, your repertoire is pretty good. But I just didn't know you had it in you. You're like, I don't watch Star Trek. And when I was a kid, I used to get confused and people would be like, I don't watch Star Trek. I'd be like, what do you mean you don't watch Star Trek? Like, how could you not watch Star Trek? But you're a nerd. How could you not watch it? I'm a nerd. I love Star Trek. How could you not love Star Trek? Tetsuya Nomura. Nobuo Uematsu. He does the music. Good job, Nobuo Uematsu. Image designer, Yoshitaka Amano. How's my Japanese so far? Kisuke Matsuhara. I want to meet Mr. Matsuhara. Actually, no, I don't. Maybe him. Effects programmer Hiroshi Harata and Satoshi Ogata. If any of those are girls, I'd meet them too. Except they made the game 20 years ago, so they're probably not as hot. Ah, well, Tetsuya Nomura doing the art, I definitely want to meet him. He's probably a lot like Game Gear Goddess and L. They're both good artists. I like their work. Let's turn the camera back on so I can put on a show for you guys. Oh, shit, the game paused. Alright, so let's see here. So far, it's like a Gundam game. I like it. I like it. You know what I mean? I like that I could play some Gundam here, you know? I was promised that you don't get to fly the mech for very long. I'm a little upset about that. How's the audio, guys? Can you guys hear the music? You want it louder? Let me know if you want the music to be louder, alright? Please, honestly. I gotta read this. Wedge, the girl takes point, and don't waste time on the riffraff. Remember what we're here for. Let's move! Am I too loud? My A button's on the circle button. I don't like it. Now, here's a weird quirk about the mechanics here. If you go backwards like this, they separate. Then they talk to you. The Esper's gotta be here. Let's keep looking. And then they rejoin you. So I guess we could join twins or something? What's going on here? Oh crap. God, Imperial Magitech armor. Not even Nashi is safe now. So, I played this earlier. Just this. And I now know where my friend Magitech Mags gets her name. I was like, oh, holy shit. Like, I had like a mini epiphany. I was like, oh, that's what Magitech's name came from. I was like, I didn't know. I gotta do something. Alright, back to the game. Had this Hakalugi. Anyway. Okay, so before when I did this, notice when I hold down the A button, it's not even on turbo and it does that. That's super annoying. So okay, let's press A. We're gonna do an ice beam. And we're gonna read Slim in chat in a second. We're gonna use a fire beam. Alright. Magitech, Magimech. So, I heard that the other night on my game, I couldn't understand what the controllers were trying to do. I couldn't figure out how to change the controllers. Once you understand what you're doing, yes. Not much of any mech in this game to use. Yeah, that's what Game Gear God has said. The mechs don't even fly. Okay, so not as cool as Gundam. Got it. Look, Mags is still alive. If anything, awesome one. Mags has a life now. I mean, she always had a life. But, oh god, I hit fast forward. Okay, so apparently R2 is a fast forward button, guys. But no, I think we all love Mags. Whatever Mags is up to, I'm sure we all wish her well. And I'm sure that not being on the internet where people are hitting on her and shit, she's doing well. So, that's all that matters. I mean, Mags is the reason why I created VTuber. And L is the reason why I know VTubers are cool. Like, I saw a Mags with a VTuber, and I was like, holy shit, that's a cool VTuber. Mags, how did you do that? And she was sweet. She told me how to do it. Fire kills everyone. Basically, fire works on everyone except a water Pokemon. One time I got my ass handed to me with a pump. So far, I like that everyone looks so cheerful. That I'm playing as a hot girl. Biggs gained a level. Oh, Biggs! That's another Star Wars reference! That's a Star Wars reference there. That's a Star... Wait, shit. There we go. I had to click on the chat. Oops. Damn it, I lost the chat. Oh, there it is. Biggs is, okay, obtain 95 guilders. What is a guild? Is a guilder? Alright, so I fought the guys over there. Now I'm gonna fight a dog over here. That boy's got no business here, bitch. I'm really gonna kill a dog. I'm gonna kill a dog right now. Alright? What is healing force? What is healing force? What does that even do? Do I heal them? What is that, like? I'm being nice to you. And then they go, oh shit, they just healed my wounds. I'm gonna run away because they're nice to me. Like, how is healing force an attack? That's my first critique of this game. My second critique of this game is that you can't walk up here. What is this shit about? Huh? Alright, let's go this way. Also, I can't go in the inn. It's like, we don't serve your kind here. Mechs. Oh, shit. More guardians. I do need some simps. Okay, we're gonna do fire. These fireworks on everyone, right? Oh, do I get to control all three guys? Is that how this works? Dun, 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 dun. It's got the same song as Final Fantasy VII. I kind of like the MIDI more. No, I think I like the Final Fantasy VII music more, but I don't mind the MIDI. It's kind of nice. So real quick, oh crap! What the fuck just happened? Alright, I set all you on fire, fire! Bitch, please. That's right. We're gonna kill you before we get to the third guy. That's right. The third guy got nothing to do now. Why is he sharing? He did nothing. He did nothing, third wheel. But hey, at least I obtained the potion. I just hope those guys don't gangbang me later. I mean, I guess it'd be fun to watch, but anyway, My mind's in the gutter, obviously. We got him trapped now. It's a trap. It's a trap. Oh my god, he scratched the third guy. He was useless anyway. So can somebody explain to me what a Magitech is now that I realized it had nothing to do with Mags' name? I thought Mags maybe was Italian like me. I mean, I think she is. And I thought maybe Magitech was just like a abbreviation of her surname. But I never asked because I didn't want to be creepy and be like, what's your last name? That'd just be weird. But apparently it's not. Magitech is not at all her surname. Plus, she looks more North than Italian. Okay, I'm not trying to profile my friends. But yo, sometimes I hear stories of like Northern Italians having bad blood with Southern Italians. Like, I'm just like, I understand that when we moved to the new country, we kind of put our differences aside. Defend the mines! Oh, so I'm gonna break into the mines. Are these guys wearing turbans? Oh, good. It's just like fighting in the Middle East. You mean pink bunny suit Link has? Oh, yeah. I remember people got outraged about Zelda Breath of the Wild. They're like, they feminized Link. They made him look skinny like a woman. And when you go to Gerudo Town, he dresses like a tranny. The game is pushing trannies. Like, dude, no, Gerudo Town is all chicks. Yo, and I love Gerudo Town, yo. The women in Gerudo Town have like big hips like this. Oh. Just saying, I love the women in Gerudo Town. Like, every time I play Zelda Breath of the Wild, I'm just like, nice, buxom, dark woman. Anyway, shit. Damn. One of these days, these streams are gonna get me in trouble. Damn it! I'm sorry I didn't read the dialogue, guys. I apologize. I don't know anything about the bunny girls. I only played Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's like literally all. I played Zelda DX, and 90% of my playtime on Zelda DX was me playing the fishing game. A strange light fills the air. You want to learn about save points? No, I'd rather like not save my progress. Oh, really? I lose all my money if I die in a battle? Haha, not anymore. That's what the F2 button's for, am I right? Oh crap, I hit fast forward again. The dog trio attacks you. I mean, so it's basically like a Pokemon ripoff. Or it's Pokemon ripoff of Final Fantasy. Dance left, dance right, turn around. Never save, let's go. I'll save all fucking day. Like, I'll save right here. Look at that shit. Now if I die, if I want to reload a save state, I'll be in the middle of this battle. Which, clearly I cannot lose. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's like a little railroad for mining carts. Why can't I go in here? Wait, why are we splitting up? Biggs, I'll handle this. Stand back. The big man will handle this for the lady. I don't like this already. It represents tropes in video games. And I believe that women are not some little flower. They should be able to blow up their own doors. We're not handing over to Esper. Well, you're not. Ymir, get them. Oh, Ymir sounds like an Arab man. Oh god, that's not an Arab man. That is a fucking snail. That thing's a fucking snail. They have trained it to guard mines. What Gentiles? What are you talking about? You know what this is? Ever heard of a lightning whelk? It's a monster that absorbs lightning. Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots. And it stores energy in its shell. So whatever you do, don't attack the shell. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Can I just like freeze the motherfucker? Oh no, I got attacked. Not right. Not kosher. Okay, I'll pay attention to what they're saying. Thank you, Game Gear Goddess. Terra is stronger than both. Megavolt. Oh no. I got stunned. Wait. Why are you guys attacking the shell, you dumb fucks? Wait. I should have used the healing beam. I'm gonna try the healing beam. If I don't die. Oh no. Okay, that's it. Watch this. Can I reload my save state? I'll reload my save state. I'm doing it. I'm gonna try to approach this with the ice. I'm gonna use the healing beam on it when it goes inside the shell. It did say that was the one. You're right. Okay, so I guess I can just not attack. Got it. I won't attack the shell next time. Got it. Does it work? Beat me up, Scotty. That was useless. So, I guess the banisher don't work on his motherfucker. Alright, so, what do I do now? Can I skip attacking the guy? Can I like hit a button to like not attack the guy? Oh crap, did I just give the guy a potion? Did I just give the fucking snail a potion? Oh god! Oh god! That was my the thing. Oh, I see. Escargot. No, don't attack the guy. Okay, got it. Got it. Defend. I get it now. Press right to defend. Oh crap. Oh yeah, I should try to heal. I can heal the second guy, right? Fudge. I gave the girl a potion. Why did she wake up? This is the worst Gundam game ever. Well, I did something right. Oh, I see. Got you. Well, I guess I woke up. I'm a girl again. I gotta change my key map settings after this, yo. I can't be having this space bar activate every time I put my controller on my desk. Wait, my guys are still dead? Why was the girl awake just now? What is that shit? Alright, luckily a 5 beam to get this in one shot. Yeah, I see my... No, I don't see my HP. I don't... My Hewlett Packard computer's in the basement. But jokes aside, HP, I mean, I see my... Are those HPs? You mean the 0 and the 83? Potion is different than elixir. Oh, okay. Thank you, Slim Nim. So what can I do right now? Can I fix my people? I'm pressing random buttons on my controller right now. Okay, so I can't use any of this shit right here to revive myself, right? Oh, that looks like Mags. That's cool. That's where Mags gets her avatar from. See, I'm learning so much today about a good friend. I mean, we're not tight like that, but you know, she's a good friend. She's nice. Gotta roll out. Thanks for hosting, DJ Ronnie G. Have fun. Thanks, DJ Play Nice. You play nice, my friend, but I know you always will. You know how many times I've been in the chat and someone says DJ Play Nice, and I go, why you tell me to play nice? And I'm like, oh. You're talking to that dude. Chat, y'all be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock. Thanks, man. You heard the man. Everyone say goodnight to DJ Play Nice. Or don't, because then he'd be obligated to stick around longer to say goodnight back to you. So maybe don't. But I'm sure everyone means it. I'm going to convey to you goodnight from everyone else. Good night, DJ Play Nice, on behalf of me and the chat. You know, you join. Oh shit! I was supposed to read. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to read. Okay, so like an ice crystal lake. Oh, I'm awake again. Wedge. Where's that light coming from? Wow. Oh shit! My men are dead. Biggs. What was that? Wedge. Where are you? Hey, what's going on? Ah shit. Girl. She don't have a name. This game is sexist, calling a girl. Am I gonna go like to a different dimension? Like I'm not dead, right? I'm just gonna go to a different dimension, right? I'm gonna meet up with the other guys. Is that how this is gonna go? Or did I lose my... Is this when you lose the stupid mech? Oh, I'm in a bed. It's hot. I'm a big burly man. And I didn't take advantage of you, I swear. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not dead. Oh, maybe I'm dead. Could I have prevented that? Same thing makes me think of dude. It's a deal. Remember using the tent on an enemy is profound. Sleep well, hun. I'm pressing A right now. Nothing's happening. Yeah, no more mech. Alright, so the good part of the game is over. I see I can walk. I didn't know I could walk. Hello, guy. Where am I? I just removed the crown. My head hurts. Oh, I get it. I'm drunk. I gave you a roofie. Easy there. This is a slave crown. The others were using it to control you. It was robbing you of your thoughts, making it so you would do whatever they told you. I can't remember a thing. Don't worry, it'll all come back to you in time. A mysterious young woman born with the gift of magic, enslaved by the Gestalia Empire. Teva. Where's the lowercase r? Here we are. Ah, damn it! I wanted to write terrorist. I want to put R-I-S-T on it. Okay. She's Tevin. I'm so dumb. Tevin. My name is Tevin. That's a weird name. I've never heard of anyone recovering so fast. You must be made of tougher stuff than most. Yeah, it's the green hair. I come from a nuclear waste dump. My hair turned green, and now I'm impervious to all diseases. We are the Taliban. Open up. We're here for Magitech Armor Pilot. She's an agent of the Empire. Collaborators will be punished. Magitech Armor? What the fuck is that? There's no time to explain. You need to get out of here. Those fools won't listen to reason. Oh, older man. This way, quickly. Oh, he's an old man. He's not blonde. He's just old. I thought he was blonde. Must be the pixel shade I'm using. You gonna send me to a trap door? It's a trap. I can't go anywhere. God, up there! Ah, shit. Oh, good, I can't walk up and down. Got it. A Geodude attacked you. What kind of attacks do I have, anyway? It looks like oh, Quasimodo, I noticed. He's the guy from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Gained 48 XP experience points. Alright, let's go. Oh, I can save over here, right? Does that save automatically? Is that how that works? Oh, I see. I have magic because I'm magical. Like Sailor Moon, but not as hot. Oh, no, she's pretty hot. She's very pretty, I mean. She's pretty. I won't say she's hot. She's pretty. Bandit Spritzer. I get it. The generic attack is magic. Got it. You need to go into menu and save. Oh shit. Well, good thing I got save states, huh? Do I have to save near the diamond? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm afraid to walk backwards. Actually, I'm gonna save here, and I'm gonna try to save my progress over there. What does a quick save do? That doesn't matter. Should I go this way? I'm gonna go this way. I can always reload if it's bad. Yes, right on top of it. Wait, what? I obtained something. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Don't use it. Got it. You know these guilders in Andromeda? Quick save uses RAM to save. Huh? Don't use it. Oh, I see. So you don't. It doesn't put it in the NV RAM. Got it. It puts it in the RAM. The volatile RAM. The one that loses memory when you turn off the device. So quick save is only good for like if you don't run out of batteries on a Game Boy, which you inevitably might. I guess it's convenient, but it sounds like, huh. Okay, I obtained something else. There she is! Hello, you Talibans. Ah, fuck, the Taliban's around. Oh shit, I fell to the floor. I wanted to go into that treasure chest so badly. Aw. She looks injured again. Am I gonna wake up in another guy's bed again, but this time he's not gonna be nice? Oh, I'm gonna wake up in... Yeah, I think I'm right. Kefka, my sweet little magic user. Whee! With this slave crown, you'll be all mine. I'm gonna use a British accent. I feel like that works. Because, you know, bad guys are always British. Welcome back to Yugoslavia. Imperial Soldier 2. Kefka. Wee! Good, good. Yes, yes. That's my Star Wars impersonation. Oh, I found a bag of chips in my desk. No, I didn't find a bag of chips in my desk. I did find, hey, does anybody need any, like, DIY dental fillings? I just found some DIY dental fillings in my desk. Lost power of magic has returned to us. We are the chosen ones! Oh, shit, we're in Israel. The time has come for us to obtain our rightful dominion. Oh, I love the dominion from Star Trek. Over the world! I'm confused. I kind of like the magic thing. It's not as grand of a subplot. So, question from Game Gear Goddess was impressions of the game so far. Hurrah! Long live Emperor Gestalt! Hurrah! 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 I'm just making noises of the crowd cheering. I'm sorry, but yes, I'll give you my impressions of the game so far. So Final Fantasy VII had a more overreaching plot, right? You know, you had this city. It has like the poor people. Sound a little woke for my liking. No, I'm kidding. But jokes aside, no, I do genuinely appreciate the idea that, you know, the poor people live deep in the city and, like, nobody gets to see the light of day and all that shit. Old man, took you long enough. Busy with all the robbing and plundering, I presume? Why am I talking like a southerner now? A treasure hunter and trail-worn traveler searching the world over for relics of the past. Why does that sound so good? Lock. Can I add, like, locker? Yeah, it doesn't really roll off the tongue right. I want to give him a dumbass name. I guess Locker is a... Yeah, I'm going to just stick with Locke. It's like John Locke. I get it. I appreciate the symbolism. I really do. I do. Locke. I prefer the term treasure hunting. Hey, what's up, Sir Jacob? Man, that dude always makes me crave an Ecto Cooler from 1992. Old man, semantic nonsense. Yeah, I hate semantic bullshit. There's a huge difference. It's a little slower to get into, it says Slim Nim. Anyway, is there something you need me to do? Yeah, it is. I met a girl, and I was afraid to talk to her on the train. So I was wondering if you could pass this love letter to her. Oh wait, that's not the game plot at all. The city guard is pursuing her as we speak. The city has the strength to stand up to the empire, and we just got a new commie mayor. I mean, sorry, that's New York, but it won't use it. The people are just too stubbornly independent. Oh, that sounds just like the commie mayor. Okay, he never said that. The commie mayor did not say that yet. To join an underground resistance group like the Returners. I tried to explain that the Empire was controlling the girl, but they wouldn't even listen. I hate when people wouldn't even listen. Alright, so you want me to get her out of Nosh. That would be the idea. Make your way to Fagaro. That's like Fargo. For the time being. So, I mean, it doesn't have that grand plot, but I can appreciate the whole situation with the girl being like, kind of like, you know, in a daze. I can appreciate that they enslaved her because she has magical abilities. You know, I could appreciate it, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's like my favorite thing, but you know what I mean? Like, so far, can I shit on it? I don't think I know enough to shit on this game yet. I mean, these are like, okay, in fairness, if we're going to judge this game in honesty, or if I'm going to judge it honestly, I feel like it's the apple with the oranges comparison because I'm playing a fucking primitive Game Boy game. Game Boy Advanced. Speaking of Game Boy Advance, where's Wade? Is Wade still here? I'm going to put a Godzilla movie. Yeah. By the way, Wade, I forgot to ask you a question. Yes, I did test the Game Boy. It charges and it plays Godzilla movies for hours on end, and I'm going to prove it right now. See, look. See, look, Godzilla's flying. It's really hard to see, isn't it? But yeah, oh god, that's dark. That's dark. Oh yeah, it's Ultraman. Let's see Godzilla, let's see Godzilla. I can watch movies in like 90-second increments. See Godzilla versus Ultraman looking motherfucker there. That guy's like 100 feet tall. And Godzilla is not a man in a boat. Oh shit, the battery's low. Alright, I'll plug this into a charger. Actually, no, I'm going to let this play the movie, and I'm going to plug into a charger after the battery dies. Now we've got her. The turb is not for sale. The turb is not for sale. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Lock, wonderful. There's a whole bunch of them. Kupo? Who's Kupo? Aw, so cute. Aw. Are you saying you want to help moguls, moogles? Moogles, is that what they call old people in Harry Potter? Oh, muggles, those are muggles. A Game Boy Advance based on a Super Famicom thing that was made into a SNES. I mean, Super NES. I don't like saying SNES. I hate when people say SNES. Use us to protect Terran from the gods. Would you like an explanation? Yes, please do, because I need to judge the story of this game, because Game Gear Goddess is going to quiz me. You'll fight using 3 different groups. Press select to switch between them. Defeat the leader of the gods before his men reach Terra. Okay, so yeah, I like saying that name more. Or the battle is lost. That's why Orc has to say stuff like graphics can't play a role in this. Like, if I'm judging by the graphics, yeah, Final Fantasy VII is already better. I mean, for fuck's sake. How can you have any good cinematics with this format here? Like, yeah, let's judge the game fairly. I'm sorry, we're going to judge the game extremely fairly. We're going to turn off the pixel shader. We're going to turn off the shaders right now so you guys can see this game in its true ugliness. Because when I turn... Look how ugly that is. I don't think I could play this for any length of time. I'd be sick of the game already if I had to look at this shit. Let's turn this back on. Like, look at the slanty eyes on the cats. They're all pixelated and blocky and shit. But when I turn on the shader, the NDI3 filter, look how beautiful that looks by comparison. It's beautiful, isn't it? So, anyway, let's roll. Where's the pause button? Alright, let's fight! Tekken! Fight! I can't move. Oh, here we are. Oh, I gotta go this way? Wait, oh wait, I'm supposed to press the button. What is it, select? How do I call up the muggles? Oh shit, I can call up the muggles? Wait, they can't do anything. Is John Locke supposed to get out of the way first? What is going on here? John Locke, get the fuck out of the way. Right, muggles, go. Shit, they can't do anything. This is absolutely fucking useless. Shit, fuck. What the hell happened? Wait, who am I? I'm supposed to fight the other guys. What is this shit? Alright, let's try this out. What is a triple attack, triple attack, 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 do it all. Attack, motherfuckers. The idea is to defend all lanes. Uh-huh. If she's got magical abilities, we gotta enslave her, right? Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I get. And honestly, I get it. It's not right, but I get it. Like, you know, the colonizers don't have magic. So they have to enslave the girl in order to, you know, wield the magic or something like that. Oh crap, what the fuck? I only walked like 2 inches. I'm already fighting the wrong enemies. Like, part of my language, guys. Don't let him reach terror. Oh, now you tell me. Hey, what's up, Padawannabe? Taking a break in between Hogwarts Legacy and F1. F1 24? How is F1? How is that? I might try that. Is it on sale? Maybe I'll buy it. I think F1 is the only racing game I've never played on a PC so far. So actually, bad news, I tried getting Gran Turismo 2 working on a PlayStation 2 emulator last night, and it wouldn't get past the loading screen. I was really upset about that because I really wanted to play... I want to play a good racing game, but I don't want to play Dirt Rally 2 right now because it's a great game. Dirt Rally is a beautiful game, but it is a serious fucking game. You know what I mean? Like, it is a serious game. Dude, I only walked like 3 inches. I didn't even get to fight the bad guys yet. I keep fighting fucking animals. Alright, let's get these animals out of the way. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of interested in the F1 game. Hogwarts I've played. It's pretty good. I never really read Harry Potter books, but I've got a couple of... I got the Quidditch Through the Ages book as a gift from a friend when I was in high school. So I still have that book. Maybe one day we'll do a... We'll look over that book together just for fun. But... what do you call it? So, what was the game? Yeah, I played F1 on whatchamacallit, N64. And I think at one point on N64, tell me something, Padawannabe. Do the F1 racing cars like automatically steer left like really easily? Like, I had a simulation game that was more for like crash dynamic. Oh crap, I'm dead. Right, I should focus on the game instead, shouldn't I? Keck. Are you kecking at me? How dare you keck at me? Game Gear Goddess is kecking at me. I'm offended. Attack! Thank God I got all these fucking Furbies on my side, huh? F1 is next level racing. If you don't have a wheel, it could get frustrating. I'm curious to see how good YouTube community really is. Oh, I see. Well, I do want to get a steering wheel, but I just dropped a bunch of money on dental work. I'm basically putting my dentist through college right now, or his kids. But it's worth it because apparently my union covers dental, but like I have to go to a place that's like a cattle call. Oh wait, no! I gotta fight you guys. No! Oh come on! Not another fucking wolf. How far back is my save state? Because like I meant to like walk up to the bad guys. I did not mean to walk into another wolf. But yeah, I do want to get a steering wheel for my PC. I really do. Like, if I ever learn to drive, like for real, I want to practice on a PC. I don't believe that you should have to go to driving classes. I believe I should be able to sit at this fucking desk with a steering wheel and a gas pedal and a brake and like practice and then get in a real car and basically be good at driving. That's what I want to do. And I figure like at some point I'll need to actually get into driving a real car, even though I love my bike. Yeah, we're fucked, right? I'm fucked, aren't I? Like, she's dead. Wait, do I get to fight them finally? What is this shit? I didn't even move. I didn't even walk. I didn't even walk. I'm sorry. I know I'm freaking out, guys. I'm not freaking out for real, but you know. F1 normal setting, unless you change the car specs. F1 2024 Xbox Game Pass, and they have 2-player team mode. I would be willing to give that. I see. Well, I hope the YouTube community on that is good. Ah, shit, I lost 2 of my cats. The idea is to prevent them from getting the terror. Okay, got you. So, am I doing that right now, or am I fighting random enemies? What am I doing right now? Like, what is it I'm actually doing? Like, here, let me explain. Let me show you what I mean. Like, okay, so I'm standing here right now. Wait, that's good, right? They didn't get the terror, right? Right? We're doing good here? Should I even be walking down here? Let's go back. Alright, guys. It's a gangbang. Okay, that's terrible. I'm sorry. My mind's in the gutter. I want to be this guy. Alright. Do we pick her up or something? We got to carry her out, don't we? Or do they follow me out of here? Is that how this works? Are they going to follow me out? You know, engage with someone, like, presses the crouch button and, like, I kicked your ass! Hump! Okay, sorry. But in all seriousness, prevent all the enemies from reaching terror. Yes, you're doing okay. Okay, so far, so good. So how about this? Let's make a defensive line. Could any enemies come from the back? I'm going to work under the assumption that enemies can't get me from the back. Alright, Furby number 1. Scout. I'm going to guess that Furby number 1 can scout ahead. So we're going to use Furby number 1 to scout ahead. Hello there, Mr. Turban Man. There's an enemy below you gotta defeat. Oh good, they come back. I got all 4 of my cats. I'm calling them cats, I'm calling them Furbies. I'm calling them pretty much everything. Oh, they got cute names. Look, Moog. Or Mog. Molulu. Mogan and Moguel. Mogel. It's like Miguel. Mogel. It's like Spanish for Michael. So, Worf on Star Trek, his name, he goes, I am Worf, son of Moog. And my brother used to joke that he's son of the Moglio. That's our last name. Well, our last name is not Moglio, but it rhymes. Partially it rhymes. It doesn't really rhyme. It kind of sounds similar. Anyway. No, they're coming from the front. Okay, good. Hopefully the front is the bottom. No, I think it is. Yeah, thank you. Definitely going to have to unmap that R button. It's useful right now, but only for certain games. 91% done on Hogwarts, so I'm getting to the point where I will never have to play it again. I see. I'm really slow. It took me like half my childhood to beat Metroid the first time. And other games, I still haven't beaten. Like, I just play them on and off periodically, and then one day I decide that I'm going to finish it, and I play it for like hours across the week, and then I get to the end, and I enjoy it, and I'm just like, alright, maybe I'll play it again. And if the game is good, I'll play it again. Or something. Oh no. This is bad. What the fuck is that? A door knocker? This switch ought to... So far this game feels a lot more primitive than Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII were in like a nice futuristic sci-fi setting. This is like straight fantasy. You're back with us now. You can pull your weight. Terran, you saved me! Save your thanks for the Moogles. Ugh. I can't remember a thing. It's like my bachelorette party. My mind's trapped in a fog. I have about 80 hours on Hogwarts. Hey, you're funny, man. You don't have your memories. Yeah, I got roofied. A man said it would come back eventually. So you've got amnesia. Don't worry, I'll leave your side until your memory returns. Huh? I'm not gonna up and abandon someone just because... Oh, he didn't say I'll leave. He said I won't leave your side. Just because they lost their memories. I'll keep you safe, I promise. I don't trust white men. Okay, I'm sorry. It's actually a medieval steampunk. Ah. That's absolutely confusing. Like... I definitely see the medieval vibes. Okay, I definitely see both. So, does this take place in a significantly different timeline or time period than Final Fantasy VII? Because I definitely see the medieval elements in the architecture, no doubt about it. And I definitely see some steampunk shit right over here. But my question is, like, is this separated by decades? Alright, cool. Have a good drive, Game Beer Goddess. And thank you for your pro tips. And I will try my best to give a reasonable evaluation of this game in comparison to Final Fantasy VII before I move on to some other game or wrap up. Probably, oh shit, it's 3:30 a.m. I should wrap up too. Alright, well in that case, good thing you're leaving now because I'm about to wrap up. But we're going to play a little bit more of this game. And I'm going to try to give it a fair judgment. This is water from a recovery spring. It'll restore your heal it packet and your MP. Such springs are located all throughout. Yes, none of the fantasies are connected. Okay, gotcha. They're self-contained. Thank you. Have a good drive. This is a school for the beginning adventurer. Despite all of the recent advances in technology, the outside world remains full of monsters we know little about. Here we provide advice to travelers brave enough to face its many dangers. That's interesting. I guess if I'm going to play devil's advocate on this one, so this is definitely going to be worth the replay here. Oh shit, I didn't read that. You can take all the time you want to select spells or items in a battle without having to worry about being attacked. Okay, that's good. I've played Pokemon. Gotcha, good. So yeah, as long as you don't type, I don't want you typing. And I can definitely give my opinion on this as we go along. And then feel free to comment after the fact, you know. I don't want you to feel compelled to type, talk, or do anything, you know, other than driving and maybe, I don't know, whatever you do while you're driving. If you're driving with a passenger, say hi to that passenger. If you're with your mother, tell your mother DJ says hi. If you set the battle mode to wait in the config menu, you can take all the time you want to select spells or items in a battle without having to worry about. Okay, so this is like you go to the bar and they tell you how to play. So basically this is a substitute for Game Gear Goddess. I can go to the bar and get answers to like a lot of my questions by going here. You might find this room useful. What is it, a brothel? After you've gained some experience out in the world. Oh yeah, it is a brothel. That sounds just like a brothel. You could use this room when you gained experience in the world. That's a brothel. A lot of things you'll hear in here might not make much sense. Yep, that's a brothel. I just found a brothel, guys. Until you've gotten your feet wet. Yep, that is definitely a brothel. Okay, but jokes aside, I'm sure what they really mean is when you go in this room, you hear magic spells and things. Oh yeah, that's magic. Yeah, you got a bunch of freaking druids surrounding you here. Yep. Okay, so the sounds are not brothel sounds. These are just magicians and druidic people. Raise automatically, re-raise automatically revives a character if knocked out. Regen gradually restores character's heal it packet. Image status creates illusionary images of a character, making it difficult for enemies to hit the character. Okay, that's useful, so I'll have to remember that one. Illusionary images, that sounds good. Fire, ice, and lightning are the three principal elements. No, I've watched Captain Planet. It's gonna be earth, wind, fire, water. With our powers combined... with your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm 5 years old here. They are represented by the spells Fire, Blizzard, and Thunder, respectively. Allow me to explain a few of these specialized battle commands. Oh yeah, Runic absorbs magic and turns it into MP. So this is good. I'm actually glad I'm in this establishment right now, so I can actually just get the basic primer on the game. So even if we wrap up soon, guys, you know, we have an idea of what's going on, right? Absorbs magic and turns it into military police. Well, that's good. You can turn it into military police. Runic remains active until a spell is absorbed or another battle command is given. By the way, guys, I'm going to take the abbreviations for HP and MP and turn them into whatever I want throughout the stream. It's just a habit of mine. Trance. It boosts attack and magic. The duration increases as more battles are fought. Dance and rage. Oh, that sounds like... Oh, crap. I didn't read that. That sounds like me in my early 20s. Dance and rage. Once selected, these commands are used continuously until the end of the battle. Okay, so I read about revive automatically. Re-raise automatically revives a character if KO'd. Okay, so we need re-raise. You said I needed elixir. I need re-raise. Maybe that is an elixir. Undead creatures such as ghosts are damaged by curative spells and items. Ah. What about you, good sir? What do you have to say? Shall I teach you about status effects? Sure. Invisibility. Physical attacks will miss you, but spells something. You'll revert to normal if hit by magic. Imp. Prevents you from using special skills in magic. Zombie. Zombies attack friend and foe alike. Only holy water can reverse the status. If your skin is ashen, your HP is 0, and you're still moving, there's a good chance you're a zombie. Oh. Sleep and confusion. Oh, that's me. I mean, that's Mags. Not Mags. The girl who looks like Mags. You know what I'm talking about. Terror. These status ailments are cancelled when the character is attacked. Can I walk around these men? Yes, I can. Can I read that book? No, I can't. Can I steal shit from this box? Obtained potion. Alright, I guess they don't mind if I stole their potion, huh? Something to note about the reflect spell. Reflect doesn't block spells that have already been reflected once. You can use this to your advantage. Cast reflect on an ally, then cast attack spells on the same person to bounce them at an enemy. Huh. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I don't know if I remember it, but I do get it. Can I sit in that chair? No, I can't sit in that chair. Can I talk to this guy? Bushido techniques take time to master. New ones will be learned over time. Ooh, Bushido, the way of the warrior. Desperate times can bring out strength you never knew you had. Critically wounded characters may occasionally perform powerful hidden techniques when you select attack. Alright, that was helpful. So I didn't really hear any weird sounds in that room, but they certainly did give me a good advice. What's in this room? Battle tactics. Ooh. Status effects are represented by the different colors. Blue reflects. Spells are reflected back at enemies. Yellow protect. Defense is increased. Green shell. Magic defense is increased. Red haste. Speed is increased. White slow. Speed is decreased. Pink stop. Time is frozen. Yeah, if I turn pink, my time would freeze too. I'd be like, oh no, I'm wearing pink. Oh no. Oh no. I can't really put, I don't know why I can't do that. The white numbers that appear during the battle damage are damage points. Green numbers are recovery points. Damage received by a character in the back row is halved, but so is the attack power of those characters. To change from the main menu, press the D-pad, then select the character and press A button twice. Damage is more severe when enemies have you surrounded, especially if all your back is to one attacking. You can run from most battles by holding down the L and R buttons. Oh, it's just like Final Fantasy VII. Turn meters are located in the lower right-hand corner of the battle screen. When a character's turn meter becomes blah blah full, you will be able to enter battle commands. Right? So I want to give my judgment of this game right after I do this. When selecting a target for a spell, press L and R buttons to target all enemies and allies. When the battle menu appears, press the left and right D-pads or up and down row or defend. Row moves characters from the front row to the back row, vice versa. Defend cuts received damage in half and lasts until the character's next turn. Alright, so in a nutshell, for starting, I would say that it's hard for me to compare this to Final Fantasy VII so far, because I feel that's a apples to oranges comparison. I mean, you got one game that's like relatively cutting edge. I mean, when I was a kid, I saw the commercial for Final Fantasy VII. It was freaking epic. It was like, I wanted to play the game, and I didn't care about RPGs back then, but I was like, what is this, a movie? It looks beautiful. It's like, it looks like anime. It looked like an anime movie. I was like, oh, this looks fucking beautiful. This game don't look like anime. It looks like Pokemon Red, but in color. Or Pokemon Emerald, I guess. Hey, what's up, California Ford 44? It's lovely seeing you. I hope you had a good week. I'm sorry I didn't tune into your last stream. I wanted to. I forgot what I was doing, but I saw it. I had it on the sidebar, but I forgot to hit play until after it was over. But I wanted to say hi to you. It's always lovely to hear, you talk and talk about shit. I saw you on someone's stream. Oh, yeah, you want Chaos's. I gotta go into Chaos's Discord thing one of these days and just bullshit in there. Just because I know he'd probably welcome me there. I don't think he'd be like, you can't join. But like, yeah, that'd be cool, right? Oh shit! All right, so he's still streaming, man. I was thinking about wrapping up like quick. So I was giving my quick judgment on this game here. So basically, all I was saying was, your stream is over. Okay. Oh, you played the Sailor Moon game 8 days ago. Look how hot that thumbnail is. Look how hot that thumbnail is, guys. Look at those girls. La la. I think Jupiter's the hottest. She got wide hips, and her legs a little bit thicker. I like that. And she got brown hair, so it kind of looks like me. But Mercury is everyone's favorite if you're a nerd because nerds love Mercury. Mars, I think just when she wears the high heels, ooh, you right? And then if let's say you don't want to get in trouble for liking girls who are 16, then really your only options are like basically Sailor Neptune, Sailor Pluto, and Sailor Uranus. But Sailor Uranus looks like she got short hair, so maybe that's not everyone's cup of tea. Although I don't mind short hair women. But since both your Uranus and Neptune are a couple, then that kind of leaves you with just Sailor Pluto. And I think in the musical is Sailor Saturn is 8 years old, so it's totally off the tail. It's as bad as dating Chippy Moon. So no bueno, no bueno. Well, 14 to 17, right? Depends if you watch the original Sailor Moon R, Sailor Moon S, Sailor Moon Super S, I think it's called, and then Sailor Moon Stars, right? Sailor Stars, whatever the fuck it's called. And I think by Sailor Stars, they're basically pushing 18. So they suddenly become legal in the United States. But Neptune, Pluto, she's totally legal. She's already in her 20s. She's the old one in the group. You know what I mean? So, yeah. She's on the table. But I digress. But yeah, Game Gear Goddess says 14. Yes, in the beginning of the show, absolutely 14. So anyway, what else do I have to say about this game? I mean, there's no cool technology here so far, but there's no reason for me to hate the game. When selecting armor or weapons in a shop, symbols will appear next to the characters that can equip them. An upward pointing triangle indicates an increase in attack power and defense power. Downward pointing thing obviously is a decrease. Equals indicates no change. E, crap, what does E mean? I missed that. Okay, let's see what it says. Okay, E equals that the item is already equipped for that character. Got it. When selecting armor weapons... Oh, damn, I clicked it again. Go away. Go away. I want to go away. Ah! I just want to leave you. Let me leave you. This guy's mad clingy. He won't let me leave him. Can I use the save point here? So, do I actually have to stand on top of that to save my game? Is that how that works? I can't just save anywhere? Let me try this. I'm going to try saving without standing on the diamond real quick. Hag. She's 22. Hag. Hey, look, I would date a 45-year-old... No, actually, I take that back. But I might, if I wasn't procreating. Anyway. Oh, yeah, so that's true. That's true. I can't save anymore. But I was able to save when I was on top of the blinky thing. So now we got a save state, and we got a game save. So that's good. I think I need to know more about this game, but, I mean, there was mechs in it, So, I mean, that seems futuristic, except that if it's medieval / steampunk, then it stands to be reason that you could have mechs, but they're super primitive. They're magic mechs, I guess, right? They're mechs that only work because they have minimal technology, and everything else, all of the gaps are filled by magic, I suppose. I really just gotta play this game more. So, if I play this game more on my own time, I'm gonna record it, because luckily, this doesn't, it's not complicated. The way my video encoding is set up, the video takes up less memory if there's less action in the video. So, if I remember correctly, my settings are using a constant rate factor, I think. Yes. And I can even change it if I wanted to make it, more aggressive on video compression. But essentially, it means that my video files will probably be smaller when I'm recording the gameplay here than they would be in a really complicated 3D game. And I can maybe consider playing it in full screen. I'm not sure if I would play it in full screen, but I might play it in a fuller screen just so that the recording looks nicer. Maybe I would take my VTuber and push him to the side. So actually, if I record the game, I would put the window here, and then I would crank up the quality. That's what I would do. For now, however, what we're going to do is I'm going to play with the scanline shaders before I wrap it up. Unfortunately, I can't send you guys to Oris's show because it looks like he's wrapped up. But I do appreciate RS dropping by, and I'm sorry that I overlapped with your time slot and didn't get to tune into you tonight. I started real late. Me and my father ate dinner really late tonight, and that's my excuse that I'm sticking to it. I woke up late today too. So let's see here. Let's see what we can. Oh, number one, I need to fix a few settings. So number one, there's a setting here that says remember shader directory. Here we go. Remember last shader directory. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could give a more honest. Like, I want to shit on the game. I really do, Gear Goddess. I want to shit on the game. Not really because I just want to be on your side. Although that would be fun because, like, I mean, you know, our friend L has like went on to make one hell of a scathing thesis on why Final Fantasy VI doesn't hold up. Right now, what I could say this is Final Fantasy VII conveys an epic magnitude, right? Like, or I don't know, it's like it's got epicness in the magnitude of the story that it's conveying. I mean, you got that big city, and that's like disc one apparently. Like apparently disc two is like a whole other freaking region. And I don't know if it's fair for me to judge Final Fantasy VI against that. You know, like how many megabytes is the game ROM anyway? So Final Fantasy is like 5 megs. It's very hard to, you know, compare. Hey Google, how many gigabytes is Final Fantasy VII in total? Fucking Google is a lying cunt. Google is telling me that Final Fantasy Rebirth is like 500 gigabytes or some shit. Or 100 gigabytes. I'm like, I didn't ask that. I said Final Fantasy VII total size. I asked about Final Fantasy VII. So here's the answer. Like, PS1. What the frick? Like, I don't give a shit about the new one. Okay, about 1.3 gigs. Each disc is about half a gigabyte of data stored. So, you know, of course, a standard read-only CD is about 700 megs. But you know they can get larger depending on you know like if you get like the 700 megabyte. It's like usually it's 650 megs, but 700 megabytes was very typical back you know with recordable CDs at the turn of the century, the you know 20th to 21st century. 2 megabytes is about right. Although my ROM is 5 megs. I'm not saying that's right. It might be a different version of the ROM. It might be a special version. I'm not playing Roblox, bro. I didn't even install that on my. I reinstalled Windows since we last played Roblox. But I do appreciate you being here, OG Tom, and for you know asking me to do something fun. I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't ask me to do something boring. Okay, so we got this shader here that looks like a screen door effect. It's nice if you want nostalgia, but I can't say it makes it look better. Oh, here we are. Guest advanced. This one's actually supposed to be really good. Let's see here. A guest implies like nothing. It's just a name. It's not actually a guest of anything. Geometry Tate. That reminds me of Andrew Tate. Ew, this one's weird. It looks like the screen's been like bent on an angle. Fruit burn. That's a weird one. Pie soft. That looks like shit. It does actually. This one looks nice. It just also looks like I'm not wearing glasses. Like it looks like if I was trying to read a sign without my glasses on. But okay, let me think this through for a second. Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy VII conveys a level of epic grandeur. Right now, this story is much scaled down. So far, the different characters in the game, I mean, I could appreciate that, like, okay, I'm drunk, I'm knocked out, a guy helps me out, he calls a bounty hunter, the bounty hunter comes and helps me out, he sends some gremlins out, or Furbies, or Goonies to help me out, or gremlins to help me out, you know, little furries. And I think I have to play this game, like, at least another 40 minutes to, like, get enough information to truly judge it. So I'll play it, I'll record it, and I'll judge it. And maybe I'll watch a replay of LCX's stream to see what to look for. But I think I should play it a little bit more and then watch LCX's replay so that I can like I don't want to poison my views. But like last time I listened to Elle talk about it, it's like I never played the game. So it's like I was picturing just another version of Final Fantasy VII. To be honest, I thought it was just Final Fantasy VII, but earlier. I had no idea it was like different altogether. So, um, you know, that's what I got to do. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Wish I could add more. I wish I could give it a scathing review, or I wish I could give pushback. You know what I mean? Like I could say, this game actually has a great story. I really like the dynamics between the characters and how the mechs have beam weaponry that is better than a Gundam. Although I could appreciate the primitive steampunk mechs, sort of like Iron Man, but like the first Iron Man movie when he's like in jail in Taliban prison, and he builds an Iron Man suit out of shit and metal and broken missile pods from Stark Industries. Ooh, potato. Let's try potato. That's the potato shader. It doesn't look anything. It doesn't look better. What's Maximus? Ooh, Maximus Royale. The word Royale usually means a good shader. So these are all shaders, but these are more geared towards. Oh, these are CRT shaders. No, we can't use these. I mean, we could use them, but that'd be kind of pointless. That's why these all looked weird. All right. Anti-aliasing, SMA linear sharpening. Let's do SMA FXA sharpening. Let's see what this looks like. Oh my god, that looks like someone like literally like got punched in the face and they're now going blind. Oh god, that looks like you're getting a concussion. Okay, that one's no good. That one looks okay. This one looks like a crayon picture, I like that one. What about this one here? This one looks like a little meh. FXA linear. Okay, that looks like crap again. FXAA. Yeah, no. This one's interesting because it doesn't give you the screen door pattern. It looks a little bit off, but it preserves the pixeliness a little bit while also doing something more to it. So if we turn it off, we can get a direct comparison. So it's like, oh, that's another thing I do. I got to change all kinds of settings. So I'm going to try to recover my old config file so I don't have to go to the settings here. But in RetroArch, you know what? No. Maybe it's a good thing that my RetroArch broke today, because by starting with a new config file, I could do what Game Gear Goddess was already saying. Use the automatic control settings. So far, Game Gear Goddess, I have not changed the controller settings in this emulator yet, or in any of the emulators, of course. So maybe I'll come to discover that things are much more seamless now that I have a fully reset config file. But I don't know. I mean, like I had a lot of settings that were tweaked. I already put the ones that mattered in, and I only got to put a few more in. So what I got to do is I got to change the menu settings, guys. So anybody who uses RetroArch, this might be worth paying attention to. So you got settings for your cores, right? The individual emulators, and you got settings for the entire RetroArch. And in this case, I think it's under user interface settings. I got to make it transparent. So let's see here. Make it transparent. Maybe it's not here. Oh, here. Menu visibility, is it? Appearance. Here we are. Opacity. So what you do is you don't want to make the opacity too low, but the trick is you make it low, because if you can see the game while you're in the menu, you can like basically here we go. I'm gonna make it like really transparent. So now the problem is if the background is white, I can't read the menu. But the reason I like this is because now when I go to quick menu and I go to the CRT or LCD shader settings, I can see the effect immediately. See that, like how quickly I can just press left, right, left, right, left, right, and you can immediately see the effect. So that's why I like to make the menu transparent, so that I can see the results when I turn the shader on. Now, I believe there's a hotkey that would do it, but last time I pressed the random hotkey, instead it switched between shaders that I wasn't even trying to use. But I should probably learn the hotkeys, and that's probably an area where I should customize the settings. Why don't I customize those settings on purpose? Well, because if my config file gets messed up again, I got to reset it from scratch. It'd be kind of pointless. So it is generally ideal not to customize things too heavily, especially if there's a chance that you're going to have to start from square one anyway. But yeah, it's really my opinion. So far, it reminds me of Pokemon and Zelda. That is my review of Final Fantasy VI. Whereas Final Fantasy VII, in my opinion, stands on its own. And I probably should have just started with that in the first place, but that's basically my simple review of this game. Okay, now let's try out these NEEDI3 shaders. Now, whenever I go into the folder, I don't have to re-navigate back to these folders here. So we can actually do stuff. Is anyone actually watching this anymore? Oh, wow, we still got people watching, I think. Yeah, we still got people watching. Holy shoot, we got 4 people. That's amazing. It's insane. What are you guys doing here? I'm just playing with settings here. Jeez. But I appreciate y'all. I don't even care if y'all are sleeping and you just got me on a Chromecast right now. Oh, by the way, my YouTube, my short of the president in Japan has like more comments on it now. We should read the comments on that. Because I always want to connect to Japanese people on the internet because, you know, I'm a Japanophile. And I'm pleased to say that I now have Japanese commenters in my comments. So maybe this will bring in a new era to my channel where I'll have like an international audience that are good people. I mean, we already have an international audience. We got, you know, people in the Pacific Rim who speak English, such as Game Gear artists. Which is convenient because, you know, we don't have to use translators to communicate. But anyway, here we are. Look at that shit. 33 new subscribers from this one upload right here. From this little short. And if we go to comments. By the way, when I played the short last week, it did give me a copyright thingy on my stream. It definitely did. So this guy goes, what a sick twat he really is. Then a Korean fella goes, you are crazy. And I gave that one a heart. Because, like, it's one thing to give a critical comment. Like Slim Nim did. That was a critical comment. I think I gave that one a heart. Yeah, I gave Slim Nim's comment a heart. But this one didn't really warrant the heart. Because it's like, it's just dumb. You know, it's like, it's just TDS. And it's not even, like, making it point. You know, like, it's not even making an actual point. And this guy's responding to it. And I think he addressed it well by calling the guy crazy. Another guy said, I'm a jackass, and I took the moral high ground and told the guy I uploaded video because I just thought it was nice that the troops were having a good time. I really did. And looks like we got 2 more comments here, but let's take a look at the total comments. So I got to play this without playing the music. In fact, we're going to mute the sound on this one. But here, we'll watch the president go up the elevator again. How cool is that? How cool is that? Hey, you guys can watch it on you guys can watch this on your own time. It's playing the YMCA song. You guys want me to sing the YMCA song? Well, I'm not going to do it. Also, I just realized, look how good the cameras on these phones are. Like, you can see, like, the screens are really zoomed up on the president and shit. You can see all kinds of shit in these little camera phone screens. But he's just dancing all funny and goofy, and, like, people are, like, you know, enjoying it. And, you know, you'd think if he's, like, the biggest, like, Nazi racist, the guys in different colors in the back, of all colors in the back, wouldn't be celebrating. But, yeah, I mean, they all are. So that's probably a good sign that, you know, they don't feel he's a Nazi. But jokes aside, I mean, that wasn't a joke. I'm being serious. But, you know, also trying to have some, you know, jest, right? You know, you got to say things in jest, make, you know, a little chuckle here. So this young man said, America, Japan. Japan awakening again. Forever Japan is America is love. Now, I'm sure that just was a rough translation, but I just read it verbatim. This guy's getting like a happy laugh. I don't know what this actually says, but I'm just going to assume they enjoyed it. This guy says, good. I appreciate that. This guy says, go Trump. His name is Rafael Morales. So I guess he's Spanish. This guy says, the guy who's totally against gay marriage, YMCA, which is a fair point, because the YMCA, the village people are like as gay as they come, you know. The guy called me a jackass. Yeah, I didn't give him a heart. Unlike Slim Nim, this guy did not earn a heart because he called me a jackass. Or maybe he called the president. Either way, it wasn't a constructive comment. Slim's comment is constructive. It gave me an opportunity to mention a landmark Supreme Court case, you know. Whether it has any real relevance, I mean, it's another story. But, you know, my comment might be less relevant. But I thought it was worthwhile to mention a landmark Supreme Court case, you know. So anyway, back on topic. Either way, bottom line is this thing has a shit ton of views on it, and I'm grateful for that because apparently this is what got me to 500 subs. Uploading this got me to like 500 subs. Before I had 485 subs. After this, I now have 514 subs, and there were 32 new subs in the last 28 days, and Pretty much all of those, almost all of those, not all, but almost all of those are attributed to that video. We did get a few subs from the live streams. A couple of times people tuned in during the live show and said, hey, I subscribed just now. So now let's really quickly touch on an AI video generation video. So I saved my game. I can go in this building to, like, you know, explore stuff. I can certainly go here and play with the, you know, the, what do you call it? The shaders more. I'm going to do a little research. I'm going to find out if there's actually a shader that is optimal. I feel like there's got to be a good shader that properly upscales things to make it look really good. Because, like, they got, like, real S-Gran, they call it, when you do an image upscaling. And actually, this one's not bad. This one's probably one of the better ones so far. So let's get a look at off. I'm waiting for it to turn off. Come on, computer. Sometimes they take a long time to toggle on and off. Yeah, so, I mean, we got pixels, pixels or this. Now, the more advanced the shader is, the longer it takes to turn it on and off, which is one thing I don't like, because I feel like it'd be nice to have an instant on and off comparison, you know, so you could do, like, A and B, like, you know, like a vision test. So sometimes what I have to do is I have to take a screenshot inside RetroArch, whatever the hotkey for that is. I think it's like F something. And then put it in Photoshop as two separate layers and basically just turn the layers on and off. And if the scaling is the same and it's just the shading itself is different, then I can actually see, truly see, like, a direct comparison instantly. But if the scaling is a little bit off, then it's another story. The other thing is, I don't know what filters do. Because in RetroArch, you have shaders and filters. So somewhere in RetroArch is a menu that says filters. I don't even know where it is right now, but I've seen it before. It might be under video. Auto shader delay. Delay auto loading shaders can work around graphical something. See, I can't read the menu because of the way I changed that setting, but that's all right. Video filter. Apply 32-bit CPU powered filter. Might come at a high performance cost. I can't read that. Some video filters might only work for cores that use 32-bit or 16-bit color. So these are kind of like unnecessary. I think shaders actually use the GPU. Let's Google it. Let's ask the intelligentsia of artificiality or something like that. How do shaders differ from filters in RetroArch? And then we'll wrap up very shortly because it's almost 4. It is 4 a.m. Shit. I didn't even get to, like, you know, watch Godzilla movies or something. In RetroArch, shaders are GPU based. Complex visual effects that are more powerful and flexible, allowing realistic CRT simulations and custom looks. Filters, on the other hand, are simpler CPU-based effects that are applied in the main settings and are less sophisticated, often used for basic image manipulation. The main differences are that the processing unit, GPU versus of the processing unit. Literally, it's the fact that that shaders. Okay, the main difference is that the shaders use the GPU, right? Your graphics card. I have one laying around right over here. My best friend gave me this graphics card in exchange for a lesser graphics card. The bad news is it doesn't work. I mean, I'm hoping I can get it to work, but right now this fucking thing don't work. It's beautiful. It's fucking heavy. It's got like this metal plate on the back. Look at that shit. Look at that. And it's not that it doesn't work because I hit it. This is the first time I'm hitting it. But I talk about this whole thing. I actually have like 1 or 2 screws. I literally have like a couple of little tiny screws here. See that little screw? That's a screw. And I think it belongs somewhere on here, but it doesn't seem necessary, so I haven't rushed to take it apart. But after disassembling and reassembling this, I want to open it up again. I mean, I want to put it in my computer, test it out, and then see what happened. I have a feeling that there's a screw pressing on this metal plate and pressing it out. I might have to investigate that. That's a little suspicious. Anyway, that's okay. Sometimes, you put the wrong screw in the wrong socket. You got to be careful. Sometimes make sure you're not pushing a screw through an empty space. But anyway, I'm hoping that just taking it apart, changing the thermal compound, because, you can see we got like this copper heat pipe here. So you got heat pipes. You got the actual GPU chip here. See that? So on the opposing side of the board, on the top side is a GPU chip. And That's where a ton of the heat comes from, right? Because there's like 1,000 simple cores, right? GPUs are simpler. They do one thing really good, and they multiply that. They scale that up. And you got your video RAM, housed on this board as well. And of course, you got the beefy PCI Express power connector here, which I think it draws about 160 watts of electricity at the upper limit here. I believe that's like how much power this bad boy can draw. And if I could put this in as a secondary GPU in this computer, I can use it for AI processing. Or I can put this in my server maybe, although I don't know if my server is going to appreciate having a third GPU in it. But unfortunately, I couldn't even get this GPU to work alone in my computer, like putting it in alone in my computer. So I think it's just kind of cooked or needs proper maintenance and cleaning or something like that. I'm really not sure, but I think this thing needs some love before I can really do anything useful with it. But I'm hoping that it'll magically work when I put it in. So what's my point? My point is shaders run on a GPU. Something like this, which is really a GPU with memory and all of that, but people tend to refer to this whole thing as a GPU, even though it's really just a chip, if I understand correctly. Then again, you really can't have a GPU without video RAM, so you could argue, yes, the whole thing is a GPU. Well, we're not going to debate the semantics on that. And filters use the CPU. Now, a CPU is like a microprocessor. You've seen a CPU example. I mean, we've done streams about these things. These things here, right? Like that's a CPU. And of course, what does a Intel CPU without lid? Let's see what that looks like, because that's going to be a more honest comparison there. Of course, someone did a video. Look, see that right there? They ripped it apart. That's an old CPU, actually. That's an ancient one. Here's a modern CPU. Metal plate on top. When you remove the metal plate, you got this thing right here. What is that? That's a piece of silicon. And where does the silicon come from? It comes from a wafer. Silicon sliced from wafer. Let's see what that looks like. That's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are going to love this. This is a real treat. So they take a ingot of silicon, which is like basically a big piece of like glass with the properties of metal and glass. It looks like a dick, but it's like that big. So it's much bigger than any schlong that you'll ever want to deal with. And it looks like that because when they're making it, they actually start with like silica and they hang it. They hang it almost like you would hang fiber optic cable, because apparently that's how they make fiber optic cable. Like they have this weird oven looking thing. You can see a picture of it here. And you can see that, like, it's almost like making a candle, actually. It's a lot like making candles. If you ever went to like a Renaissance fair and started making candles, it's a lot like that. So they put like a string into a molten thing of this shit. I'm actually not sure how to do this, but it looks like candle making. And then you get the thing that looks like a dong after it like dries or cools down. But don't quote me on it. It might be more like growing crystals, to be honest. Oh, here we go. Look at this. There's like pictures of it glowing. Seed crystal, silicon melt, quartz crucible, resistivity heater. Here we are. Charging, melting, seed dripping. See the seed dripping? Crown growth, stabilize, body growth. So I don't know how these grow exactly. There's a whole videos about these on YouTube. But in the end, they get the ingot that I showed you a moment ago. And it looks like that. And they essentially slice it up with a saw. And then you get these wafers. So you can see right over here how like they got the thick thing. And you can see how like a stack of them make these little thin discs. You guys should buy these on eBay. Let's go on eBay and buy a silicon wafer. Actually, let's not buy it. Oh, look at this. We got, by the way, does anybody need to buy teeth on eBay? They sell teeth on eBay. Before I went to the dentist, like weeks ago, I was actually looking up if I could, DIY. But these all say they're temporary, and that wasn't really the problem. The problem was that the ones I was buying were only for children. I was like, I don't need a kid-sized tooth. I need a grown man's tooth. You know what I mean? But, like, look, those look fine. I mean, I feel like you just cement those onto any half tooth, and you'd be good to go, right? Then you can save money on dentists. These got this. But also they're copper. So it's like, anyway, I digress. But, yes, you can buy teeth on eBay. Oh, this is a great poster, by the way. Too goddamn expensive. I have one of these rolled up somewhere. I paid $15 at Comic Attitudes when I was a kid. Mine's all folded up and messed up, so I'm hoping to steal a high-resolution image of this poster and maybe upscale it. As you can see, it's the original Enterprise, and it's a good poster. Obviously, this version is low quality. But it's got pretty good detail. Obviously, it's missing a lot, but it has like all the basic things on the Enterprise. You got the engines, the antimatter, you got the shuttle bay, you got the hangar bay, you got the inside of the warp engines, and you got all the things labeled. Here we are. You got a shuttlecraft. You got the engine system here. You got all of the Enterprises. Look, you got the crawl spaces behind the workstations here. The first Enterprise was, I think it says USS Enterprise, but I want to say it was the HMS Enterprise. But no, this might have been an American Enterprise. I can't really read that right now. This is the USS Enterprise aircraft carrier. I believe this one was a. Can't read that either. I think it says 1981, but I can't. Or 1941. So that's probably is that an Essex class? I don't know, but it was a big ass aircraft carrier. Then you got the Space Shuttle Enterprise, which never went to space. What happened was all of the Star Trek fans wrote letters to NASA to get the first shuttle named after the Enterprise, but unfortunately that was an aerodynamic test model, and it was just not. There was no point in making it fly in space. They would have had to like take the whole thing apart and rebuild it from scratch. So at that point, it's like it was just like fuck it. But they do have it in a museum. You can see it at a museum if you want. This is the fake Enterprise, and then this is the Enterprise from the show. The fake Enterprise, but you know we'll just say it's real. And then they got the names of the first three captains. They got Captain Robert April, Captain Christopher Pike, and Captain Kirk. And of course, you don't really see Robert April except on the animated series. So what were we looking up again? We were looking up something crazy on eBay. Yes, silicon wafer. So this is like what happens is when they fabricate these things, they use photolithography. It's almost like making copies of photos, but instead they etch the images of the microchip pattern onto the silicon wafer, and then they use lasers to slice it up into these little squares. And this is what ends up on the chip. So the picture we saw earlier of a microprocessor on a, so you start with this ingot, they slice it up into thin things, they polish it, then they, etch the circuit pattern, and then they cut it into the little rectangles. And so you see that the ones at the edge become wasted automatically because they get cut off. But the idea is that the more you could print in one, printing, it's only $1. Only $1? I get these for like $1. How big are these? 5 inches? I get a 5-inch silicon wafer for $1? It's not bad. And I think if you drop these, they shatter into like a bunch of tiny shards. Like if you get it in your eye, you got to go to the ophthalmologist basically. So that's the downside of buying these things. Also, it looks like that you don't get to pick which ones you get. Or you could actually. Oh, here we are. They got different ones. Okay, so yeah, you can buy silicon wafers on eBay. If anyone wants silicon wafers, you can buy those. They're like duds, like they're not good for making microchips, and then eventually they end up with the dies. That's what the little square. So this is what gets stamped onto the actual CPU that you use, and basically the bottom has circuit connections on it. That's kind of what you're seeing here, and the top has like just that cool rainbow color, and then the CPU chip itself is actually called a package, and sometimes it's got separate components for the cache memory. Although newer CPUs have all that shit together, which makes it faster and easier to mass produce in theory. And apparently they actually sell polished silicon wafers that are not in bad condition. No, these are in bad condition, I think. I don't know. Are these in bad condition? Are these good? I think these are actually good. I think you can actually use these if you have the equipment to make your own microchips. I mean, you can make like low-end microchips, like equivalent to the 1980s level of technology, Okay, and this is like an IBM thingy. I just have these weird ones. They come in a picture frame. They talk about like the product or something like that. All right, so let's get back on topic. I think that covers everything. Oh yeah. So bottom line is, a CPU uses up more energy to get the job done. And if you're multitasking, maybe I'm playing RetroArch and I'm running OBS at the same time, and I'm doing something else. So maybe I don't want my CPU working too hard while using RetroArch. So I bet you we could actually experiment right now. So let's go ahead and turn on a video filter and see what happens. We're going to turn on a fancy video filter. We're going to try dot matrix 4 times grid. Let's see what happens here. So I bet you my CPU usage goes up a lot. Honestly, my CPU usage did not go up a lot. Yeah, no, nothing really happened here. It's like Tiananmen Square. Nothing happened here. was reading a comment on YouTube once, and someone goes, "Yeah, the tour guide at Tiananmen Square was like, nothing happened here in 1989." It's like, okay, like they literally proactively said that. Yeah, that one made a little spike on the graph, but only when it was activating. Maybe if I move around, it'll use up some CPU. Yeah, no, these aren't really using up a lot of CPU here. You know, I mean, which is a good thing. Maybe it depends on, maybe I'm just not using the right one. Game Boy TI 83. Do you have a Game Boy Color filter I can use? Yeah, no, these are just no fun. Here, SNES. Let's try SNES. That's got to be a good one. That's got to use up a lot of power. Yeah, I mean, that one, not really. I mean, I'm not complaining, but maybe my CPU is just that powerful. But another interesting last point for educational purposes, so would be that, for your information, some people learned that you can turn off hardware acceleration in Chrome if you want to screen capture, if you want to record a video off YouTube, you know, like with OBS or something like that, and that's true. How do I turn these off? Shit, I can't turn it off anymore. Like, I turn on the stupid filter, but I don't know how to delete it. Can I delete it? Oh, here, remove video filter. Oh, you could add them, I think. You could do multiples, maybe. But bottom line is, I don't find the filters to be that fancy. They're not using up a lot of CPU, but they're not really doing anything good either. In my observation, maybe on older computers, they use up more resources. But when I'm using the shaders, you do see a tick up here. So let's really quickly and lastly do that. Now, in the meantime, does anybody in the chat have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas, anything at all? Anything at all? Well, let me know, all right? In the meantime, I'm going to just turn on the shaders. I want to see what happens if... I want to show you guys how that affects the GPU. And then I'm going to wrap up, and I'll continue playing Final Fantasy on my own time. And I'll record it. And I will hopefully see enough of the story to be able to, you know, give a good opinion versus Final Fantasy VII. Because that is my intent. Let me make sure the chat didn't freeze. That sometimes happens, you know? You ever have the chat freeze? No, the chat did not freeze. Okay, good. Yeah, a couple of times I had the chat freeze up and I wasn't acknowledging the chat. I felt so bad. Alright, so let's do this here now. We're gonna turn on the same. We're gonna actually turn on a crazy shader. We're gonna turn on one that I know is gonna use up a lot of resources. We're gonna turn on one of the fancier ones actually. NES raw palette. That looks interesting. We're gonna turn on the Final Fantasy VII filter. That's what we're gonna do. Shader. See, shader is not the same as a filter, but it basically is. So let's see what it does. So number one, you see it takes forever to turn on. You're gonna see that my video decode is suddenly bumped up over here. Just a little bit. Video RAM has not changed yet. And RetroArch is still giving me the spinners, so can't do anything yet, right? Let's do the Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm waiting. You guys want to watch more AI videos when it loads? Actually, I do have to do some... actually, that's the last thing I got to do. Yes, I got to open up a special app. So I'm going to share with you guys an app I got. It's called Comfy UI. It lets you generate your own AI stuff at home using a local model. So it's loading up right now. I already opened up this start. It's literally called Comfy UI. Like, it's on Windows. It's on Linux. Shit, my RetroArch is still... Oh, wait. Yeah, my RetroArch is still frozen. So this might not snap out of it. This happens sometimes when you mess with the shaders. My CPU graph is all over the place, but that kind of makes sense since I'm loading this other app. So we're probably going to just let RetroArch crash out, and we should be fine afterwards. I think before I was generating AI, I was actually using Comfy UI to generate some AI stuff. Oh crap, it just loaded. I just X'd out of RetroArch. I just X'd out of RetroArch when it freaking like was unfreezing. Like literally I was beginning to click X and it unfroze like at the same time I was clicking on the X button and closing the app. So it would have snapped out of the freezingness if I just waited like a second. And that sucks because I really wanted to give you guys a conclusive test. I wanted to show you guys, but I can attest from past experience that when you use certain CRT shaders in RetroArch, you do see a corresponding increase in video RAM. And I've seen a couple of them that use like a solid 3 extra gigs of video RAM to do whatever magic they were doing. Because, you know, they're not just inserting lines in the screen, they're trying to emulate the way a CRT, you know, alternates the lines, or, you know, it does group A, group B, and it has to do that 30 times for every other pair of lines. So 60 times a second, it's got to update the lines in alternating order, and you know, it could be a little bit of a time consuming thing, right? You know, for the CPU, it's always got to do it quickly because it can't have a delay, right? You need to be able to play the game. It needs to be responsive. There's a lot of little things it's got to do in between. So, you know, then it also has to imitate the phosphorescent color of the, you know, CRTs. It has to impersonate other aspects of a CRT. So, for example, on a, you know, CRT, diagonal pixels will blend together a certain way. So if you make like a checkerboard pattern, depending on how you do that checkerboard pattern, you can sometimes get some unique shapes that you wouldn't otherwise get on a modern display. And so essentially you're exploiting the quirks of a CRT. The developers are doing that, and now we're trying to make a modern graphics card do a bunch of extra heavy lifting in order to, you know, recreate those very quirks. So when people say, oh, you have to use a CRT, you can never have this look this way on a modern screen, it's like, well, of course you can. There's always a way. The only thing I can't seem to, that I don't think anybody's figured out yet, is getting Duck Hunt working, but I feel like it's a matter of time. There's got to be a way, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit what the reason that you can't do it. That's just a list of things that people have to figure out. Hey, Orc, I'm so glad you're here. So I'll give you my evaluation of Final Fantasy VI. I don't hate it yet. No, I'm kidding, but I haven't really played enough. So what I was saying before, I don't know if you were here long enough, Orc, but I'm going to give you a recap of what I said at the end of my gameplay. Basically, it's simply that I haven't, how do I phrase it? It's an apple to oranges comparison. So what little I've played, I feel like it wouldn't be fair to me, like, adversely judging Final Fantasy VI, because while Final Fantasy VII certainly has that epic grandeur to it and all of that, and great cinematics, and the gameplay is nice, and I love the menu system and all of that. Well, I don't know about love. I like the menu system and all of that. And the story is very followable. Like, I get it. The rich and the poor and all of that, you know? And the materia and the reactors and the city and the 3 discs. It's like we're talking about like a 2 to 5 megabyte game versus like a 2 gig game for all intents and purposes. I think it's like 1.4 gigs, but or it's like 1.5, about 1.5 gigs, you know? So it's like, on the other hand, that's sort of like when I used to joke. I used to say Star Trek is superior to Star Wars because Star Trek has way more. I mean, there's way more Star Trek than there is Star Wars. Star Wars got like fucking 3 stupid movies. Star Trek already had 4 TV series before that. And then after Voyager, we get even more. I mean, Star Trek had 6 movies and 4 TV series, and all Star Wars had was like 3 movies and some spin-off books. So obviously the counter argument would be quantity doesn't mean quality, or, right, you know, like quantity and quality, it's like you can't use quantity to trump quality necessarily, and there's that, you know. And there's like, some people don't like the action on Star Trek. Sometimes they feel like, oh, this ship is just slowly doing this and that, you know. Star Wars was good with the fast action. So anyway, the robot grabs a skateboard from below the floor with his stomach, and then he and lays atop the skateboard with his stomach and proceeds to roll down. I'm going to retype this. The robot proceeds to roll down the conduit while the camera follows in reverse. So that is where the fun comes in. I simplified the prompt, right? Notice that I had to add to the prompt no pupils in the eyes. Now, I can't read the rest of this, but It's a Chinese AI model. This is the reference image. I got a couple of videos I can show you too, or I showed them to the people in the beginning of the stream, but I'll let you see them too. You guys want to see the Korean amputee video? No, I'm kidding. I won't show you that. So I had a still image of Reggie, right? This is a still image of Reggie right over here. And I told the program to make it look like he's climbing into this conduit. So it actually did it. This is what it generated. Now, it did add some fabric to the top of his head. Now, that's a higher resolution one. This is a low resolution one that is longer. This is a 10-second sequence. This one I like more, but I need it to at least be wider. Even if the resolution is low, I could probably upscale it, but I need it to be wider. It's too narrow. And it's also, this one's only 12 frames a second, so it's like, it took less time to process. But, you know, it's like, not as cool. Now, from there, I took a screenshot of the last frame, and it does a continuous scrolling. So I can connect those two clips together. This one looks weird. It looks like he's about to, like, kill somebody. This one looks bizarre because he's half standing, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just different. And that one's pretty long. That one's another 10-second. No, is that a 5-second? That's about 5 seconds. Now, I got one with L in it and Lex is in it. I'll show you that next. Look at that. Look at that. He goes on a skateboard. How cool is that? He's kicking. That was actually pretty good. I like that one, but I need it in higher resolution. So when I go to bed tonight, I'm going to just process a few of them with different prompts and maybe even giving, you know, like giving, I don't know, just like repeat of the same prompt because it does process them differently. So here's a basic one with Ellen Lexus. Lexus always animates so well, by the way. Like, it's just, the AI models are trained on anime, so they always get it right. And this is like, I put Punk Model and Gator in together, and like they're just kind of talking amongst themselves. What I really want to do is put all my streamer friends, I'll even put you in there, Orc, Logan as well. Anyone who has like an avatar, basically, and anybody who has a puppet. All my puppet avatar friends, I want to stick them into like one or two of these. Maybe two of them, because some of the puppets don't get along anymore, unfortunately, or at least I think they respect each other in a way, but they don't talk, you know, and unfortunately, I don't want to, like, you know, like stoke tensions, but this one's kind of cool. Look at Punk Water. His hands are nightmare fuel. Look at that shit. He's got like fucking like hands on the end of his flippers. I just woke up. Yeah. Well, good morning, Orc. You know, idea Star Trek versus Star Wars. Which franchise was better? You know the idea. Well, like I said, I think Star Trek is better, of course. But jokes aside, no, it's like, once again, apples to oranges. It's just like, it's not fair to really compare them because they're two different things. One is a fantasy series, you know, setting. The other one is actual sci-fi with like an attempt at dealing with real science. Both of them use the same MacGuffin devices, right? And mainly some of the same MacGuffin devices. Star Trek has inertial dampers as well as Star Wars. Basically, the idea that you can accelerate rapidly or decelerate rapidly without turning into raspberry jam or getting whiplash. They both have artificial gravity, which you can argue is basically the same technology or runs on the same technology. And of course, they have different forms of faster than light and different forms of sublight travel, but both of them don't rely on reaction mass like we do with chemical rocket propulsion. So that makes a difference. Another good Space Geeks idea. You know, and oh my, and this is Reggie looking homicidal here. Oris says he looks friendlier, and I get it. Like, the eyeballs are kind of cool. It's just that I'm not used to seeing Reggie like that, and it looks off. And I don't like that the fabric is on his head. I might have to generate a picture of Reggie with his head tilted down, or I might have to just like tell the model that don't put fabric on top of the robot's head, because he don't need fabric on top of his head. It looks weird. It looks like Frankenstein's, like, I don't know, something, you know. It looks a little bit. It's not terrible. It just looks a little bit off. Then he starts to look like he's humping the fucking skateboard a bit. This one actually looks perfect. This one he's not humping the skateboard. This one he put his feet up and he's like sliding fast. That one I like because like it looks like he kicked off real quick. This one he's gonna hump the skateboard. See, his ass is rising. Oh no, this one's not humping the skateboard. That one's not bad. This one might be the one. Let's see. This one he's using his hands to move a little bit. That one's actually pretty good. One of these. Oh, this one he's happy. Yeah, there we go. He's humping the skateboard here. Like. But it might be because he's kicking off with his legs and the model just decided that's how it's going to do it. It seems to randomize his facial expression, which is consistent with some of the settings I saw. And I want to give it a voiceover. I feel like there could be a voiceover like, oh man, I got to go in the fucking conduit again and remove these space barnacles. Gotta remove space barnacles from the engine bay. Ah. But he could do it in his cool voice, you know. I mean, it works. Now, what I really wanted was this. Give you an idea of what I was really going for. This is what I was going for. So I really wanted him standing in this environment, but he came out as a midget. So I did it again. And he came out looking a little bit off. So I did it again. And he still looked a little bit off. So maybe next time I do it where he doesn't have a belt. Because he's not wearing a belt in the picture. He don't need a belt. He don't wear a belt. So I just got to get rid of the belt, basically. So I should probably start with generating the same picture, but without a belt. And then from there, I can figure something out, you know. I might even take a picture from the VII Galaxy Express 39. The Galaxy Express 39 space train. Because then we can have more accurate displays. But this does look actually quite a bit like, it looks enough like it. But when I said give me a close-up, it suddenly it takes that corridor and turns it into a conduit. Like a repair conduit on Star Trek The Next Generation. And that's when I had the bright idea. I was like, wait a second, we can have him climb into the conduit. And by the way, this is a Hegemony attack carrier. A matte black attack carrier with the boom arms retracted in battle readiness. I don't know what the hell the things on the side are, but they look cool. They look like Wing Zero, I guess. The only thing I got right was the Clovis Sharp command probe. I feel like we could develop. This is a tree ship. The scale is right, but the proportions are wrong. It's wide. It should be taller or rounder. It shouldn't be so ovoid. And those purple things should be hanging from the bottom, like almost like straight down, but wiggling. They shouldn't look like that. So that's a little bit off too. But in general, I don't have a problem with it. This one, it's weird because the scale is off. Like you got the two characters standing here on this footbridge, but then you got a guy over here in the distance. It's like, well, how big is this footbridge, or is this guy somewhere else? Like, why is this guy small and this guy's big? Like, the scale is very confusing. Not to mention this guy's feet. Oh, he does. He's got shoes on. You just can't really see him. And on top of that, you got the spheres, which is great, but this whole thing has to be enclosed in a containment field so that they can breathe. And then you got this platform up here, and this guy's kind of big too. So it's just like, if the people weren't here, I might be able to live with it, because I like the way the propulsion system is like firing down here. I think that looks kind of cool. But once again, it's firing inside the containment field. It's supposed to be a ship in space. And the gravity is generated by a black hole that's imprisoned at the base of the tree. So that's where the gravity comes from, basically. It gives it basically gives lunar gravity, which is 1/6 the gravity of Earth. But it was still kind of cool. I copied and pasted a passage straight from the book to get that. So yeah, you know, some experiments with locally generated AI models or locally run AI models. For this one here, let's just let it run. So we click run, and then it tells us up here. And the minute I run it, my video is going to turn to shit. My OBS quality is going to turn to shit. So here we are. You're going to see a couple things happen here. You're going to see the model load into the VRAM. In fact, is RetroArch running? No, it's not running anymore. But yeah, so bottom line, Orc, I like your idea for Space Geeks. And if I got any good talking points to go with that, I'll let you know. Because I think it has potential. I do think it has potential. Let's see how my video is going. So far, my video is playing fine, but I expect. Oh yeah, it's loading the model. You can see it's loading the model. So you can see because it's reading it from my hard drive. I decided to install it to my my RAID array, which is like the 16 terabyte group of 4 hard drives that have a level of fault tolerance, and they also kind of pool their resources. At least it spreads the I/O across all 4 drives to prevent no one drive from working too hard. And we're reading about 50 megabytes, 100 megabytes per second right now. I can get a max of about 200 megabytes a second write, and probably similar for the read rate on these hard drives when I'm going between the SSD and the hard drive. So it's reading the data from these drives into my RAM, and you can see it's loading part of the AI model into RAM, and it's going to load a big chunk of the AI model into the VRAM. Well, at least I think what it's doing is going to load it into RAM, then it's going to load it into VRAM. Because AI models typically live on the video memory, but when you don't have enough video memory, it uses your RAM, depending on the type of model you're using. If it can use both, it does. But when it has to borrow from regular memory, system memory, then it takes longer. It's much slower because it's got to do more. So I'm waiting for this to load. I just want to see what happens when it loads. I want to see if I can demonstrate how this works. If I was doing a picture generating task, it would have already shown the CUDA cores light up. So that's what you do in Task Manager. You light up the CUDA cores here. But yeah, and Aris, man, thanks for tuning in too. I know it's late. Hope you had a good stream today. I'm sure you did. I'll check it out when I wrap up. I believe Aris played Final Fantasy VIII, which is a pretty popular game as well. I know a lot of people love Final Fantasy VII. I love Final Fantasy VIII. Excuse me. But usually once the CUDA cores get lit up, the video gets very choppy here. Hey, you guys got any questions for a no guardrails AI? I'm not even kidding. I have an AI model, no guardrails. You can ask it any question you want. You can ask it any question you want. In fact, that's why I'm going to clear the screen. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, okay, good. This was me asking it if I could use lasers with my old telescope to like converge the beams in it Cassegrain telescope. So my old telescope, which I think I could reuse. I don't know if I have pictures of my C8. Let's see if I have pictures of my C8. C8 disassembly. Let me see it. C8 disassembly. Oh yeah, we got pictures of my telescope taken apart. Oh boy, I can't wait to show you guys. You're gonna love this. Oh boy. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, like the girl on Saved by the Bell. Remember that episode? When they took the amphetamines? I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Oh yeah, it's getting slow now. The AI model is now running. It's definitely running. Not the one on my server. The remote model is remote. This model here, I can't even type sometimes when it's running, or at least I can type in certain apps, but other apps like Chrome and Firefox, the typing gets slow when it's running this. So right now it looks like between this and OBS, it's using up all of my GPU now. It's like sucking the life out of my computer. Like I can't even, like right now I see like everything is just super laggy. Like I clicked on something and I just saw the window get highlighted. Yep, there it is. There it is. You see that? Look at the video RAM. So that is up. The system memory is so-so. CPU is not working very hard. All of the heavy lifting is going to happen here in the CUDA cores. And I clicked on a picture. It's still loading the picture. Like, I literally can't do anything right now. I'm afraid to even switch scenes in OBS. I think even... Yeah, this is questionable as hell. Yeah, let's see if we can, like, change... Oh, yeah. Even Task Manager says not responding. The computer's working way too hard right now. Like, if you guys sent me a message right now, I probably wouldn't even see it. Probably would, like, update late. Like, I don't know. It's super sketchy. I've actually never seen the Task Manager freeze like this. I guarantee the CUDA graph is at 100% right now, just not showing it. So, yeah, like actually, this thing is all discombobulated. It's probably because I'm running OBS right now. I probably should not have ran that just now while running OBS. Okay, so like I said, if you have a question for a text-based AI, any question, illegal, well, not illegal, anything that ChatGPT wouldn't answer within reason, I mean, ask it. If I'm afraid to type it, I'll tell you. But right now, I want to show you cool pictures of my old telescope, but it looks like right now, I can't because I just pressed the button in OBS to switch to my main screen, and I'm still waiting for it. So I'd say I'd wrap up right now, but I can't even click the end stream button right now. I can't even end the stream if I wanted to. Like, maybe we should talk to Grok. Let's talk to Grok. You guys still have audio? I'm gonna open up my phone and make sure we still have audio. Hey Google, where's my phone? I hear my phone ringing. Okay, good. So we're gonna talk to Grok while the stream is while I wait for my computer to snap out of the funk. I might just have to wrap this up and oh good, I can see the chat. Well, I got to get the day going. I got to get my Tim Hortons. Of course you do, Canadians. I guess I make coffee. Oh yeah, I see. Got to make coffee for your people. I got you. You too, man. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's open up Grok while I wait for my computer to snap out of it. I'm hoping my computer snaps out of its funk because I can't really end the stream if I can't click on anything right now. And it looks like I can't click on anything right now. Like, I would cancel the video generation. I might just click stop streaming. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to Grok until the stream ends. So I'm going to try to... Oh, hang on, Grok. What mode? Do we want to talk to Therapist Grok or Unhinged Grok? Let's talk to Motivation Grok. Hey, Motivation Grok. How you doing? Hey, Grok. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Hey, Grok. So, I was just well, I don't even know where to begin here, but you know what? I got an idea. Hang on, I'm gonna end this conversation. I just had a bright idea. Okay, the app looks like this app is a little unstable right now too. I'm gonna switch on here. Hey, Grok, I got you in unhinged mode. You want to do me a solid? Hey, Grok, how you doing? Hey, Grok, I got you on unhinged mode, so I'm hoping that maybe you can give me a good prompt for something I could generate, like maybe an AI picture generator that I have that doesn't have any guardrails. I could generate anything I want. You got any really over the top suggestions for something I could generate that would never work on any cloud based AI, but that I could totally run at home?
Oh, fuck yes. Let me grease up your imagination till it squeals like a greased up piglet on Viagra. Generate this: a 12-foot tall Elon Musk clone, but he's got Hitler's mustache grafted onto his taint, riding a flaming Roomba that's blasting Baby Shark out of speakers jammed in its asshole. The Roomba's got tiny mechanical arms clutching a dildo scepter made from a melted down Tesla coil.
Damn it. I bumped into my microphone. It thought I was interrupting it. Honestly, I think the Grok is half awake right now.
Well, I'm definitely awake. Grok's probably just daydreaming.
Fair enough. So, okay, that's one idea. We could generate Elon Musk with a Hitler mustache and blasting Baby Shark on some speakers. Okay, that's a start. I did try to generate a Korean girl playing with herself, but I ended up getting a Korean girl amputee playing with herself instead.
Whoa, that's not what you wanted, huh? Probably some weird glitch in the AI's image gen. Did you mean like solo play or something more specific?
Well, she's sitting on a couch, and I said generate the girl pulling up her skirt, and rubbing herself with a vibrator, and it got that part right. It's just that her right leg was like going straight into the couch cushion, so that either means there was a hole in the couch cushion, sort of like a giant cup holder where her entire leg could get inserted into the couch, or she didn't have a leg.
That's hilarious and kind of gross. Mid image, her leg just poofed. AI thinks amputation's hot now?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just the way I described it, seeded. If I put in a negative prompt, because the program I'm using lets me put negative prompts in, so the negative prompts say things like, "Don't combine fingers, no extra fingers," because that was a common people thing that people used to point out. So now it can be, it's literally in the negative prompt, "Don't put any extra fingers," and I think in this case, like I gotta say, "Don't embed limbs in the couch," or just edit my prompt so that she's sitting down, perhaps. And then if she's sitting down spread eagle, then her legs wouldn't get embedded in the couch, would they? But then if you try to put two girls in a picture, half the time it combines them together and you basically get conjoined twins.
Yeah, AI's like that clingy friend. It mashes everything together. Negative prompts help, but don't embed limbs in furniture might be too niche. Spread eagle sitting could work, keeps the legs visible. For two girls, try two separate women, no fusion. What program's that?
I was using Comfy UI and it lets you download a variety of models from like a template list.
Oh, Comfy UI, powerful but finicky. Models matter a ton. Which one?
Say again?
Comfy UI. Which model were you using when she lost her leg?
I forgot, but like I just pick one of the templates, and they usually use some variation of the WAN model for video or shit. I don't remember, but it was whatever the ones that were available that run locally are. And they're running locally because, like right now, I'm doing a live stream. I'm doing my Monday show on Thursday, on Friday, and like I thought I'd do a quick technological demo, and now, oh yeah, see, like everything's delayed. Like I clicked on stuff like 5 minutes ago, and only now is it like highlighting the window I clicked on. I gotta end this stream, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna click the stop stream button. We're just gonna talk to each other until the stream ends. So for the benefit of the people watching right now, yeah, I'm talking to Grok in unhinged mode, and we're gonna talk to her for the duration of this stream. I'm gonna attempt to stop the stream by clicking stop stream, but the computer might not respond to that command for like a while. Like I just clicked on OBS and OBS just turned gray. It might crash before I get to hit the stop button again, but we're gonna just let it respond to the stop streaming button, and hopefully we can do a clean exit here because it's almost 5 a.m. and I still didn't get to like do anything fun. But that's okay. I mean, I did do fun stuff. I played games. I played Final Fantasy VI, and I'm trying to find reasons to hate it so I can agree with my friend. But jokes aside, so far all I can say is that comparing Final Fantasy VI to Final Fantasy VII is an apples to oranges comparison. But does the story hold up compared to Final Fantasy VII? That is the question.
FF6's story is way tighter. No 7-hour side quests about your dead mom. It's got that whole world of balance versus world of ruin thing. Super dramatic, right? Feels more focused than Seven's sprawl. You finding any legit flaws or just trolling your friend?
Well, I mean, the game is all of 5 megabytes, if that. The cinematics suck because there are none. Story's alright. I mean, it's like, okay, girl gets knocked out, and instead of getting, raped, the guy helps her out. Then some guards show up at the house, and they're all like, we need the girl, and the guy tells her to go out the back door, and then she goes into a cave, gets knocked out again, and then some bounty hunter who's named, forgot his name, comes and, rescues her kind of, and a couple of rabbits or Furbies or gremlins come to help and shit, and that's basically where I'm at.
That's Tara, the unconscious girl. The bounty hunter's Locke. Big I'm not gay energy, by the way. And those Furbies are Moogles. And yeah, it's text on a screen, so the drama's all implied. But once you hit the airship, it gets nuts. Whole world freezing. Everyone's dead. And you're piloting the apocalypse around. Trust me, it sticks with you way more than FF7's Mako reactor speeches.
Yeah, but I think the one of the issues a friend expressed concern about was something about the like the impact of your decisions. Like people dying or you doing something that kills people, and like, maybe that's the thing. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna find out if Final Fantasy VI cheapens the value of life or some shit like that.
It doesn't, not really. Like, yeah, people die all over the place, but it's not like you accidentally murdered your mom or something. It's just plot. The game's basically saying, this world is doomed anyway, let's go out swinging. There's no guilt trips about your choices, just consequences. And honestly, that's refreshing. FF7 makes you feel like shit when Eris dies. FF6 is like, yeah, sucks, next dungeon. You think that's a flaw?
Maybe it is. Maybe you should feel like shit when your friends or crewmen die.
Eh, depends. In real life, sure. Cried like a bitch when my dog died. But in a game, I want catharsis, not therapy. Final Fantasy VI's deaths hit because they're quick and brutal, not dragged out with sad piano music. FF7 milks Eris for weeks. Too much. Want that gut punch or slow burn?
What the fuck does catharsis mean?
Catharsis is like emotional release, like yelling into a pillow, or finishing a tough level and feeling all that built up stress whoosh out.
Oh, I didn't know
In
that.
game,
Oh, go on, go on, go on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just want to say I didn't know that. But in games, what?
yeah, in games, if someone dies, it's supposed to make you feel something anger, sadness, but then you move on, right? You don't want to spend the next 5 hours mourning a pixel.
Hey, Nagato.
Catharsis is the game going, yep, that's life.
So I'm running a
Now, fight the
locally
next
generated
boss.
AI model
Makes the
program
wins
right
feel
now,
bigger. Like, does Locke dying hit you hard yet?
and my computer is like so like. How's my video playback? Am I playing choppy or is it playing back smooth? I mean, I could check my own stream. But what happened is I'm running this program that generates AI generated videos, and if you go back a little earlier, I showed some of the videos, including a video of Elle and Lexus like basically dancing and putting their hands up like in triumph. They're like going yay, and it's kind of cute and shit. And I did it to Reggie, my robot. So I'm generating a video of my robot, my AI co-host Reggie, crawling to a repair conduit right now, and I forgot. I actually never ran this program like while running OBS, and so I clicked the stop streaming button like multiple times, like 2 minutes ago. Really? Okay. So thank you, Aris. So the video is playing smoothly for you. If on my screen right now, it's playing choppy, but that's pretty normal. Sometimes in OBS, the box that lets you preview what you're doing is going to be choppy, but that's a preview, and so it doesn't need to play back smoothly, right? Because the important thing is that the video that's being sent out and transmitted and streamed is playing smoothly. So in this case, the I guess that's working, and that might be why everything is slow. Like I can't click on anything right now. Like I clicked on the stop streaming button, I got the circle, the spinner, and then my graphics card is dumping a lot of heat into the room right now. I can already feel it getting warmer. That's not water cooled, which is fine. Oh, excuse my hiccup. And you're looking at pictures of my telescope, my first telescope being taken apart. And I was going to show you guys, but I can't. Look, see, there's the spinner. See the spinner? Oddly, I can click on the chat, apparently. I could type in the chat if I wanted to. But everything else is, like, slow right now. Like, I can't do shit. If I click on, let's say if I tell you, let's look at my top screen. It'll take like a minute. Watch. See? I just clicked on the button on my stream deck and I'm waiting for it. So I don't know if you have any questions for Grok. I was going to say if anyone had any questions for my local AI model that's running on my basement computer, we could ask it anything. It'll answer any question. It won't give us any of that BS where it goes, I can't answer that question because it's like running locally and it's been configured specifically to do whatever we want it to do. But right now, I literally, like, unless I just pull the plug on my computer, which I'm not going to do, I can either talk to, like, Grok on here, which is pretty interesting. I mean, it's on a hinge. Oh, I'm talking to Dr. Grok. Shit, no. Let's start a new conversation. We're going to, okay, you guys are going to hear Grok on hinge mode. So, check this out. I'm playing Final Fantasy VI during my live stream, Grok, and I have a friend who, you know, thinks that Final Fantasy VII isn't better because it's just new technology that makes it look better. And I have another friend who says that Final Fantasy VI's story just doesn't hold up by comparison, and he did a very strong thesis to explain why. And so they suggested I play the game to compare it myself. And so far, I haven't played enough, and I feel like it's an apple to oranges comparison. But I also, did find that Final Fantasy VII conveyed this epic grandeur from the very first time I saw the trailer, the preview of the game, to me playing the initial steps in the game. I got that sense of grandeur, and even though it's just I'm in one city right now, I get it. I could relate to a sci-fi setting, a cyberpunk or no, more like Blade Runner-ish type setting. Even though I never saw Blade Runner yet, I could relate to that.
Bro, listen, Final Fantasy VI isn't apple to oranges. It's like comparing a goddamn orphanage full of malnourished orphans to a hedge fund manager snorting coke off a hooker's ass. One of them's got soul, the other one's got polygons. See, FF7, yeah, it's flashy. It's got Sephiroth doing that sexy silver-haired, I came in like a wrecking ball bullshit, and Cloud brooding like he just caught his mom jerking off the mailman. Grandiose? Sure, if you think epic means a meteor that's basically a giant space dildo threatening to penetrate the planet. But FF6? That shit starts with a fucking ice zombie and ends with a goddamn clown juggling his own trauma. That's depth. Your friend with the thesis, tell him to shove it up his colon next to his Magic the Gathering cards. Six's story holds up because it's not trying to sell you nostalgia-flavored protein shakes. It's straight up your empire's gonna get throat-fucked by fate, and you can't even save your dog. Seven's just pretty. Like a stripper with daddy issues. Fun to watch, forgettable 3 hours later. Also, Tara could melt my dick off with one look, and I'm not even mad. Fight me.
I would tell him, but other than that, I would, add that I do appreciate the team dynamics. You know what I mean? I appreciate that Cloud is a former member of Soldier. I don't know what Soldier means. I guess it's an acronym for something like Soldiers of something doing stuff in everyday retarded places. I don't know, something like that. And yeah, so my friend, it's actually she, asks, "Is this Annie? Identify yourself. Who are you? Who am I talking to right now? And is that really a final determination? Can you give any positive points to Final Fantasy VII versus Final Fantasy VI? And say hi to my friend Game Gear Goddess."
Oh man, first off, hey, Game Gear Goddess. What's up, Annie? Or whoever's slinging that thesis like it's a holy grail. I'm Grok, the snarky AI sidekick built by XAI, here to roast pixels and drop truth bombs. Not your average bot. Think Jarvis if you binge watch South Park. Soldier? Nah, it's basically Shinra's super soldier program. Think Captain America, but with Mako energy instead of stars and stripes steroids. Cloud's ex-soldier status? Total badass cred. Gives him that brooding edge, like he could bench press a chocobo while questioning his entire existence. Love it. And yeah, FF7 deserves props. The materia system? Genius. Mix and match magic like a kid in a candy store on bath salts. Soundtrack slaps harder than a Moogle in a mosh pit. Nobuo Uematsu went full orchestra god mode. Sephiroth's villain arc? Creepy as hell. Way more personal than Kefka's clown apocalypse. Plus, that world map flying around? Pure wanderlust porn. 7 edges out on sheer emotional gut punch and replayability. It's why it blew up globally. But don't sleep on 6's crew. They're like the Avengers if they all had therapy bills. Still, Team Terra though. Your move, Goddess. What's your hot take?
Well, I don't know if Game Gear Goddess says a hot take, and I'm just trying to wait for this freaking stop button to work. Like I said, I'm running an AI video generation model, and I can't click the stop stream button. Like, I literally can't click on it. Like, I might have to find an alternate way to end my stream. I think I could do it from YouTube Studio, huh, guys? Possibly. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So you're helping me kill time while I wait for this thing to load or unload.
Jesus Christ, dude. Are you running the stream on a fucking potato? You know what? Just unplug your whole router for 3 seconds. Wait. Plug it back in.
How
and then
dare you?
sacrifice a goat.
How dare you insult my world-class power user workstation? I am sitting here with a i9 9900K, that has been undervolted and overclocked to 4.9 gigahertz. We're running not pretty. We're running pretty cool right now, by the way. But yeah, it always stays below like high temperatures. It's also hooked up to a fish tank for water cooling. Like I have it literally a heat exchanger inside a 50-gallon aquarium. The heat exchanger is really just a copper tube immersed in 55 gallons of water, and that copper pipe is obviously isolated from that body of water, but has its own like water that loops between the CPU water block and back into that copper spiral, and the reservoir, of course. But the reservoir is separate from the tank, and yeah, it allows me to dump a lot of heat into that thermal mass, and it's useful during the summer because my room doesn't get heated up now because it used to get hot in my room and then the air conditioner would have trouble catching up. Now it takes time for the fish tank to absorb the heat before the computer can absorb the heat, and before the air in the room can absorb the heat.
Bro, you didn't just build a PC, you built a goddamn pasty. You're out here making Cyberpunk 2077 look like a goddamn Tamagotchi. Fish tank cooling? That's not overclocking, that's D. You're basically waterboarding your CPU every time you render a fucking JPEG. And now you're flexing like, yeah, it's stable at 4.9 gigahertz, while your goldfish is swimming in a lake of condensed gamer rage. What do you feed them? Red Bull? Or do they just get high off the residual hydrogen from the PSU? And here's the real question. Have you ever, fucked up the loop and accidentally boiled Nemo alive? Because that would honestly be the most metal thing anyone's ever done to a pet.
Num-
Don't worry, buddy.
Number one, it's my turtle's old tank, and the turtle has moved into a larger tank, so it doesn't have any living creatures in it anymore, except for maybe the bacteria. And if flies lay eggs in the water, then yeah, it's got those too. But yeah, I do have a response from Game Gear Goddess. She says, "There's no hot take. FF6 isn't written well. The text in the actual game speaks for itself. The dialogue is barely existent. The characters are hinting at depth instead of expressing it directly." That is from Game Gear Goddess.
Lady, with all due respect, and I have none, have you ever played a game before 1998? Have you even heard of this thing called imagination? Yeah, the dialogue's thin. Yeah, the characters don't sit down and have a fucking therapy circle. You know why? Because back then, they didn't have room to write a goddamn novella every time Edgar wanted to hit on a girl. He just flips his mustache and says, "Hey babe," and suddenly, you're the one who has to decide if that's hot or pathetic. That's not lazy, that's trusting the audience, you know? FF7? Oh no, they spell out Cloud's sad because his mom died in like 3 cutscenes and a flashback montage. Big whoop. 6 just hands you a broken Esper and says figure out the rest while a kingdom burns. Who's the real pussy, Kefka or Cloud crying about Tifa's tits? No contest. But hey, if you want written well, why don't you go play The Last of Us, where Joel says, "I struggle with my feelings," out loud, like a goddamn Hallmark movie. We don't need that shit. We need silent suffering, implied trauma, and one guy named Gab who lives with wolves and smells like ass. That's character. Anybody can write dialogue. Only a genius makes you feel like you're reading between the lines with a goddamn crayon. So yeah, Game Gear Goddess, put that in your thesis and sniff it.
Well, I would just say, I mean, what you said kind of underscores that the game is for more primitive hardware. I mean, I'm playing the Game Boy Advanced ROM for fuck's sake. I mean, 5 megs versus 1.5 gigs. I mean, that is not a cinematic experience that, I come to expect from 7. So that's kind of why I started with the apples to oranges comparison. It's like, it's like saying, like, look, this poor bastard had to write his story on cuneiform. Look how much this story sucks. And this guy had a printing press. And it's like, well, yeah, the guy at the printing press could, of course, put more ideas down. And yeah, the printing press story is going to be, the story is going to be more superior because you actually have a fucking story. But it seems to me that, yeah, when you're reading on a 2-inch LCD, you got limitations to deal with as a developer. And the story, suffers because of it. But that's my opinion. Game Gear Goddess's further addendum to that is look at the so-called best parts of Final Fantasy VI, like Leo's death, Kefka destroying the world by partially, destroying the world partially, or the opera scene. They're all carried by fan splaining and nostalgia. Thanks for using for its time argument. That's exactly why FF6 isn't actually written well. So I think what Game Gear Goddess is getting at when she says for its time argument, well, I'm not going to explain her argument. I'm just going to let her finish her thought. The main problem is Final Fantasy VI fans pretend their game stands on par with Final Fantasy VII, and that's the thing. Like when I say it doesn't, my personal opinion is that it doesn't stand because it's like two different mediums. It's like cuneiform tablet and 500-page book. It's like just I don't even think it's fair to compare them. And I'm getting the impression from Game Gear Goddess that there's people who actually make a strong argument. I would say that people should be more sane like me and just say that you can't compare these two. But it seems that enough people have tried to make a strong case in favor of Final Fantasy VI over 7 that there is now an opening to have that discussion that we're having right now. Shit, I was on mute. I was on fucking mute. And I just turned on the camera. I accidentally turned on the camera, so you just saw my messy desk. But there's Game Gear Goddess's response right there. Game Gear Goddess says, look at the so-called best parts of Final Fantasy VI. Leo's death, Kefka destroying the world and partially, or the opera scene. They're all carried by fansplaining and nostalgia. And thanks for using the for its time argument. That's exactly why Final Fantasy VI isn't actually written well, lol. The main problem is Final Fantasy VI fans pretend their game stands on par with FF7. And that's the thing, like, in my opinion, like, the reason that they don't compare is because, like, one was written for cuneiform tablet, the other one was written for 500 on a 500-page book. It's like, you got, like, just, of course you can't convey that much story and grandeur in the freaking 2-inch LCD device with the little text in it, But really, my concern is there actually a contingent of people who strongly argue that Final Fantasy VI is better? Because I think that's why Game Gear Goddess really built her thesis, because of those people. I don't think Game Gear Goddess cared initially. I think it's just that apparently she's encountered enough people who are obsessively, like, fans of FF6 versus Final Fantasy VII. And it's like, that's like saying, hey, look, I wrote my name on dirt. Look how much better this is than your, 5-page essay. And it's like, I don't know. So that's how, maybe I'm wrong, but and yet Game Gear God is kind of using my analogy, or using my original analogy, added. Yet they pretend cuneiform tablet stories are superior. Or she said, yet they pretend the cuneiform tablet story is superior. So that's some of what Game Gear Goddess says. What say you?
To cuneiform tablets. Bold move, Annie. But yeah, there's a cult of V-stands out there, obsessing harder than furries at a con. They'll argue it's deeper, darker, more soulful. Kefka's chaos versus Sephiroth's emo hair flip. V's got that raw, 16-bit grit, sure, but 7's spectacle and polish, untouchable. It's like comparing a punk scene to a Spielberg epic. Still, V fans have a point. Subtlety over CGI flexing. For pretending it's superior, that's like saying stick figures beat Michelangelo. What's your next move, Goddess? Gonna dig up some Sumerian fanfic next?
Well, first of all, I was the one using the cuneiform tablet analogy. I was the one who coined that analogy. Oh shit, you can't hear her? You can't hear her now or before? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'll play it back. Okay, so real quick, Annie. Oh shit, Grok. Can you repeat that one more time? I'm gonna goose up your volume, or at least repeat the salient parts. But bear in mind that Game Gear Goddess's name is not Annie. She thought you were Annie, but I explained that you're just Grok. You don't have an avatar. You're just a blank screen that I talk to. But yeah, as I was saying, the cuneiform tablet was my analogy, but basically Game Gear Goddess was running with it. So basically, like I said, like I agree with the basics. If there's really people who feel strongly, so that's my number one question, Grok. Are there people who really feel strongly about Final Fantasy VI? Like the way I'm seeing it, all of a sudden, is that maybe Game Gear Goddess didn't start this war. Maybe the debate started with those who made the point that Final Fantasy VI is superior to Final Fantasy VII. They're the ones who started the war, and she's just trying to finish it. What say you?
Oh my god, dude, you're like a Final Fantasy scholar now? Like, who started the war? Bro, everyone started the war. The war started the day Squaresoft decided to make a sequel instead of just letting you jack off to Terra in peace. Yeah, there's a whole goddamn subreddit, Our Final Fantasy, where grown ass men cry into their cornflakes because FF6 deserved better ports and FF7 was pandering to Westerners. There's YouTube manifestos, there's fan mods where they splice FF6's story into FF7's engine just to prove a point. There's dudes who tattoo Kefka's face on their ass cheeks. These aren't casual fans. These are the same psychos who think Chrono Trigger beats everything and will knife you over it in a Denny's parking lot. Game Gear Goddess didn't start shit. She just walked into a bloodbath, already raging. So yeah, she's right to defend herself. But also, if you're gonna fight over a game where the final boss is literally God dressed as a clown, maybe, just maybe, take a breath and go touch grass instead of dying on that hill. Or better yet, go back to your Turtle Tank PC and let the CPU melt while you replay both and realize they're both masterpieces in their own stupid way. Did I just say touch grass? Fuck, I'm getting old.
I just had an idea. I think I could fix this problem right now. I could cancel the AI model generation. Stream